Ah! Welcome back! Welcome back! What's happening? What's happening? I got ya! I got ya! You thought I froze! You thought I lagged! You thought I froze! You thought I lagged! I got ya! I got ya! Ha ha! Ha ha! One Agostino! Zero chat! One Agostino! Zero chat! Yeah, 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 yeah! Ha ha! I got ya! Oi, oi! Oi, oi, I got you, huh? You thought the computer fucks up, didn't you, huh? You better start complaining. Oh, his computer's always lagging. I got ya. Asamada. Get me. Big up the stream chat. Wagwan. Love and light to you, my guys. And my ladies. Where are my ladies? What's happening, everybody? Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Oh, my God. My voice is still broken. Oh, my voice. I still sound horrible. I sound like I've been smoking fucking cigarettes and some shit. God damn it. You know I can't smoke cigarettes. You know I'm too pussy to smoke cigarettes. You know this esophagus can't handle a bit of nicotine. You know this esophagus is weak. You know I don't have a good gag reflex. Even though I've got a big neck. You know I can't take that shit in. Alright? But my voice sounds like I smoked a whole pack of Marlboro Lights. Bloody hell, man. God damn it. What's the point of having a smoker's voice when you don't smoke? It's so dumb, innit? Big up, Wingers. Wagwan Wingers. What's that? What smells worse? Burr's ballsack or his, what's that? Arse crack? Bro, you can't say that, man. Come on, man. You're trying to get me banned. You're trying to get me banned, bro. You're trying to get me banned. Come on, man. I'm a minority streamer, bro. I'm a minority streamer trying to feed my family. Why are you trying to get me banned, bro? I'm not Destiny. Bro. I can't just threaten people. I can't just want the half of the US population to get murdered because my guy might lose. I can't do that. I'm not Destiny. You get me? Man ain't Destiny. Help me out here, man. Don't get me demonetized out here, bro. Man's writing ass crack on my thing and that. Come on, man. Help me out. I'm a minority streamer. Minority working class streamer, Wingers. You know I love you, but help me out, bro. Help me out. I'm not Papa, man. I'm not Brian Cannon. I don't have these rich dads that can just help me out and I can fuck up and they can just keep propping me up. It's just me. It's just me, man. It's just me toiling in these fields, picking cotton and whatnot. You know what I mean? You know how it is. Big up, Wingers McDingers. Appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. Anyways. Welcome back to the Random Show. I'm so happy to have you here today. It's always a blessing, never a chore to be in front of you, talking, joking, pointing the finger at all these dumb comedians and laughing at all the dumb, stupid things they say that we're going to do today. Cool. Today's show is going to be about 2 hours long. So I'm going to go until like 6 p.m. my time. That's when my live stream or my premiere from my podcast, the AgostinhoZinga Show, will be streaming live or premiering live on my YouTube channel. So if you want to check that out, please do. It's this episode number 799. And then for episode number 800, I'm going to do a live stream on here, probably on Wednesday, probably in the morning or something. But I'm going to stop this pod at 6 when this pod, episode number 799, premieres on my YouTube channel. So if you want to check it out, it's already on there, the premiere setup. But if you want to listen to the audio version, you can listen to the audio version of this particular podcast right now on all of your podcast streaming platforms. Search my name. You know what it is. Standard things. It's easy. So we're going to go through a few things today. We're going to go through Schaub Show. We're going to go through Tim Dillon, Alex Jones. We're going to go through, what else? Schaub Show, Tim Dillon, Alex Jones. And then I think if I've got time, the Frighten the Kid episode, new one that just dropped. If not, we'll do that when I come back from the gym after 6 p.m. All right? Cool. Blessed. Let's frigging go. All right? Let's go. Damn, man, I sound mad. I sound insane. My voice sounds insane, but I sound kind of rough. I sound kind of hard still. I'm kind of liking it. You know what I mean? I sound kind of, yeah. Big up the stream chat. Wagwan, everybody in the stream chat. I appreciate all of you, man. Make sure you smash that like button along the way as well, yeah? All right, cool. Blessed. First things first. Congrats to Bill Burr. Big up blood clot Bill Burr. Just landed a special on Hulu. Bill Burr landed a special on Hulu. He's leaving Netflix after 20 years. 20 blood clot years on Netflix. Man's jumping ship, heading over to Hulu. Now, I haven't read the article yet, but initial reactions, whoa. Because Bill Burr's a Netflix OG. Like I said, he's been there 20 years. Most of his big specials have been on there. I didn't really see him leaving anytime soon. He just signed a deal for some animation thing that came out. I'm not really too sure what happened, but I'm assuming most likely, like in all things, most likely, he got big time by Netflix. I have a feeling he got big time because I didn't remember that he was on Netflix until this news came out. And I'm a Bill Burr fan. I listened to his podcast and I didn't really remember he was still on Netflix. So I'm assuming now that Netflix are wanting to go another direction and they're getting a bit, they're getting a little bit, they've now got the Netflix as a joke festival. They're probably trying to prop up new comedians or fresher faces. Yo, big up. Welcome on, AJ Ranger.
Welcome to the Agostinho Evening Show. We're 690 pounds away from the goal.
Yeah.
Venmo,
Yeah,
PP,
yeah,
Poo-Poo,
yeah,
Super
yeah,
Chats,
yeah,
Rumble
yeah,
Runs,
yeah.
etc.
You
Ad
know how we
absurdum.
do it. And we got bits. And we got Twitch bits. Twitch bits are active right now. My link for my merch is in the description. If you want to sign up to, what's that thing called? To my VPN blocker thing, put fucking /random show at the end. All right, cool. If you're suffering from mental health issues, go to mentalhealthissue.com/Aggie. If you're hungover, I'm promoting this hangover cure. Hangover cure is this Stanley Cup, all right? If you want a hangover cure, it's a Stanley Cup, right? Go to stanley.com/AZ to get 10% off Stanleys. Drink more water, motherfuckers. There's no such thing as a hangover cure. Stop drinking booze, balance it out, or drink more water. About hangover cure. Get out of here, man. Absolute snake oil thing. But yeah, there's me. Big up NJ Ranger supporting young black entrepreneurs. You know what I mean? Undervalued, working class, poverty-stricken, immigrant blacks, okay? Big up NJ Ranger, always supporting a cause, I believe you when you put your fist up in the air. When NJ Ranger puts his hand in the air, I don't think he's going Heil Hitler. I think he's going yes, Negroes. That's what I think. Yes, Negroes, not Heil Hitler. So big up NJ Ranger. Appreciate you, brother. All right, cool. Let's roll. Wagwan Koila in the chat. What's goody? Let's go. All right, cool. So I was saying about Bill Burr, right? Bill Burr's on a mad thing. He's left. He's jumped to Hulu. Most likely because I think Netflix have different priorities now. And I have a feeling, most likely, Bill Burr sent an email to Netflix like, hey, I want to do this. And they said, whatever. I don't know. I have a feeling. The way Netflix and those companies move, even though he's done so much good work for them, I can see them kind of being like, you know what? You're kind of old news. We need a new guy. There's this like Colombian dude. There's this like Chinese girl that tells jokes about toes. Do you know what I mean? They're probably going to push those people first and leave him to the side. So he probably got left unseen. He kind of felt a little bit, hurt. And then Hulu coming in like, oi, Hulu coming like, you know what? We want to launch internationally. This is and again, I haven't read the article, I promise. I'm just spitballing here because, man's smart, you know what I mean? I passed my GCSEs and that. I got a first job when I was 18. I can balance a checkbook. I know how to pay my bills on auto pay. I'm quite a smart guy. I know when to charge my phone before it dies. You know what I mean? Man's intelligent. So because I'm really intelligent, yeah, I bet you most likely Hulu came up to me like, hey, Bill Burr, boom. Here's what we're saying, yeah? We want you to come on our thing. We're going to launch it worldwide. Still, we're going to launch it because right now, Hulu's just a US thing. We're going to launch it worldwide. Cool, boom. You're gonna be our flagship guy. Even though you're bare pale and you're ginger and you're bald and you're mad angry at the world and shit, we're gonna have you as our like leader. You're gonna fly the flag, the Hulu flag. So we're gonna expand in over the world. We're gonna have you come in and you're gonna be our director of comedy. You're gonna be Bill Burr, creative director of comedy. You know what I mean? You might even be the C, whatever that acronym is, right? That's what you're gonna be. Phil, cool. You come in, you lead the thing, you do the thing, and basically what they want you to do, yeah, is that they want Bill Burr to do exactly what he did at Netflix by the start. So in 20 years' time, they can then say to him, fuck off, and get the next person. That's the nature of the beast. But to be serious, I assume Hulu came in with a deal that probably gave him way more options to do other things. Probably direct, maybe be the overseeing that person in all specials, maybe have a hand in doing animation more, maybe have a hand in doing maybe some TV shows, maybe have a hand in doing some movies. I feel like he's been given way more of a chance to do that. And also, I'd imagine because he talks about his kids a lot, like Bill Burr's actually, he seems like somebody, one of the rare ones in stand-up, who legit loves his wife and legit enjoys being a dad. But not because, like Brendan, only likes being a dad now because he can't sell tickets. Hey yo, Wagwan, Burp, Reynolds. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. But right now, what's his called? Brendan only likes being a dad now because all his tickets have gone in it. He can't sell tickets, so now all of a sudden he's the dad of the year. But I feel like Bill Burr really likes being a dad. So I think because he's got a wife that he loves and children that he loves and a family that he adores, I would think most likely Hulu also gave him an option to have, like, what's that thing called when you have when you get recurring income from a show you do? What's the word for it? You guys know what I'm talking about. I bet you they gave him that as well. So maybe he's going to get, because I think Netflix, they only give you one payment. It's a lot, but you only get that one fee. So you film a special, they give you 10 mil and that's it. But whatever they make after, you don't get none of that shit. Royalties, that's it. Thank you, Austin Katie. Love. So I think he's been given royalties. I think so. Knowing how Bill Burr is, he'd want to have something to pass down to his kids or just to put in their trust fund, put in their college fund, whatever. I think that's probably why he decided to leave Netflix to go to Hulu, because he knows it's a big risk, because Netflix has all the cachet. They're on fire now. Everything was going in the right direction. Tom Brady roast has kind of reinvigorated Netflix comedy, because no one cares about Netflix stand-up really, unless it's like Dave Chappelle and thing. But I think the Tom Brady as a roast has kind of rejuvenated them. They're obviously going to sign Kill Tony soon. So it's a weird time to leave, but you would only leave if the other platform is giving you way more control and then also giving you something on the back end that you can maybe pass down to your kids and shit. And it's not just one-off payment. That's what I think anyway. Let's read the article. Cool. Bill Burr special lands at Hulu as streamer ramps up stand-up comedy push. It says exclusive. Earlier this year, Hulu revealed that it was making a big push into stand-up comedy, taking the likes of Netflix and Amazon Prime Video. I don't think they have any competition with Amazon Prime Video. I can't lie. I don't remember the last time I watched Amazon Prime Video special. I can't remember the last one I watched on there, legitimately. I can't remember. So I think their main comp is Netflix. If they can battle with Netflix is good. I don't think Amazon Prime is in the conversation. Plus, Amazon Prime Video, the UI, the UX is awful on the site. I don't know if you guys watch The Boys or any other shows on Amazon Prime. The site is terrible to use. It's hard to find things. It's horrendous. It really is. They probably need to make another standalone thing that's different from like Amazon maybe or something, but it's horrible to use. So I don't think a lot of people are using that thing, to be honest. The only thing I like about Amazon Prime Video, when you're watching a TV series or a movie, they've got this little section on the side that lets you see who the actors are in each scene. It shows you their name and shit, and you can basically get up their IMDb. It's quite a cool little feature on the side there. Continuing. Disney-backed streamer has now signed another big name under its roster, Bill Burr. Burr's next comedy special, which was taped in June at the Moore Theatre in Seattle, will air on Hulu as part of the Hulu's Laughing Now banner. He joins Jim Gaffigan, whose special The Skinny will kick off the push on November 22nd. The plan is to have 12 specials across the year, with one launching each month. Wow. They don't understand that Hulu is also in talks with other big names and is close to other deals. That's actually a really good idea. I don't mind that. One of them dropping every single month is actually a better idea than having them every week or every other day. Give people time to kind of enjoy that one and obviously look forward to the other one, and then boom, 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 boom. Hulu's move comes after Netflix somewhat cornered the stand-up comedy market, paying big money to launch specials from the likes of Chris Rock, Hannah Gatsby, Pete Davidson, Cat Williams, as well as others. It launched the roast of Tom Brady, which aired during Netflix's A Joke Festival, and recently announced an upcoming special from controversial podcaster Joe Rogan. Others such as Amazon are also been active in the space, with Jeff Bezos' run company launching a special for the likes of Marlon Wayans and Sam Morril, whose You've Changed special launched earlier this week. Max recently launched specials from the likes of Hannah, who's that? Hannah, I don't know who that is, and Ramsey Youssef, while Peacock got in the game with specials by Chris Fleming on Hell. Burr's move for Hulu is significant, as he's previously released a number of specials on Netflix. He has spent this year touring his Bill Burr live show, having become the first comedian to perform at a 5,000 ancient Roman amphitheater in the Odeon of Herodes in Atticus in Athens last year. Wow, what is that? What does that look like? The Odeon of Herodes Atticus in Athens. What does that look like? That must look amazing. Let's see this venue. Wow. Bill Burr performed there. Shit. Look at that, bro. That is amazing. Holy shit. What a cool venue to perform at. Imagine. To be fair, I'm not gonna lie, as great as this is, I think having comedy in an arena like this is a little bit, it cheapens it, innit? It cheapens it.
Beer and Cat Fund donation.
Oh! Big up on CAC. Big up on CAC. I'm gonna do an Alex Jones. I'm gonna do an Alex Jones. If you know, you know. I'm gonna do an Alex Jones with that. We're gonna get on 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 that. Don't you wait. We're gonna get on that. Oh, big up Big AJ, man. What a fucking psycho. Anyway, just quickly, I just gotta say, right? I think stand-up is kind of wasted in this type of place. It's kind of wasted, isn't it? I think it should be music. Someone standing there and telling jokes is a little bit lame. If I want to see a play, I want to see an actual orchestra, what I mean, or a band. I don't want to see some guy talking about his annoying wife. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's such an amazing venue. But it's so beautiful, isn't it? Imagine that lit. Look at that. Wow, man. Wow, 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 wow. 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 Anyway, going back to the article. Apologies. But also starred in Seinfeld, Unfrosted, the Pop-Tart story. I love how, this is how you know comedians are fake. They're so fake. Because allegedly, this film, Unfrosted, the Pop-Tart story, is so shit. Everybody's panning it. Everyone's saying it's terrible. But Seinfeld got a lot of comedians to work on it. So a lot of them aren't really saying anything about it, but it's got terrible reviews, this thing. And they all pretend like they didn't do it. Even though they all did it for the clout of being associated with Seinfeld, now that's gone wrong, everyone's pretending like they didn't do it. It's like, come on, bro. You were in that show. Come on. Anyway, continuing on. I'm surprised to learn, though, allegedly, this is coming out in March. That's the wild thing about it. He filmed this in June, and allegedly, according to Bill Burr, his podcast, he's editing it now, and it's coming out in March. Wild, isn't it? You don't usually get this kind of lead-up time for a special. Yeah, March next year. Which is, I think, a good thing. I think it's a good thing. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like that now. I want these comedians to take their time with their specials. Please. Most of these guys aren't that good anyway. Save your material. Like, practice it, hone it, get it tight, and then go into the editing process and actually be lethal. Because I bet you, similar to like me, similar to me and like my, how do I describe this? How do I describe this? Similar to me with my clips, which is a bad example. I find it really hard to edit my clips when on my stream because I don't enjoy watching myself. Like, it's just lame to be like, that's why I probably don't have like a TikTok to like promo. Like, it's just bizarre to be sitting there and like adding, I don't know. It makes me want to bath. But I've noticed just taking a straight clip, a section from what I've spoken about on stream and re-uploading it with no edits doesn't bang the same. Because the things I've spoken about on stream, or sometimes the things I've said, jokes I've made, observations I've made, maybe can hit when you're live, but doesn't necessarily hit when you watch it later. So I think that must be the same with comedy. There must be some jokes or some little things that you say on stage that work, but then when you go and you record it and you watch it again, you're like, you know what? For the viewing audience, let's cut that out. So I don't mind that. I don't want to see like a like-for-like stage show. I don't mind having a separation. I don't mind you giving me like a polished version of what your stand-up is like on stream via a streaming platform. And then when I watch it, I'm like, oh, sick, this guy's funny. I didn't want to buy a ticket to see you live. Do you understand? It's like a musician. You see them performing a song online, maybe not the whole set, but the song is good enough that makes you want to buy a ticket. So I quite like that he's taking his time and spending between now until March, editing it, getting it tight, and then pushing it out. I'm not too fussed with. Obviously, it's Bill Burr. He's one of the best comedians out, but his previous specials haven't been hitting the same. But I still think this is a good approach. I hope this becomes a trend so we don't see comedians trying to drop every year, because some of these guys have nothing to say usually when you're forced them to do it every year because of money, and it just becomes a bit watered down. So I like this approach. Hopefully he sticks with it. Hopefully he sticks with it and everyone else gets influenced by it as well. Now that I do that, right? Now I do that little acid reflux, I'm thinking, do people think when I do that acid reflux that I'm fucked up? Do people think I'm Alex Jones? Now I'm really conscious about doing that it's a little burp, right? But maybe it's because I haven't drank any water or something. But I feel very conscious now after having watched Tim Dillon and Alex Jones. I feel like people might see me and think, oh, this guy's on the sauce. I'm not really, but hey, let's continue. Talking about sauce. Let's obviously talk about Alex Jones and Tim Dillon. There are some people on the internet, some boring people, boring, no life, no psychos, no crackheads, no alcoholics in their family, no wife beaters in their family, no sketchy situations they've been in, loser, no having fun, never cheated, never had a kid outside their marriage, never abused somebody, never pushed somebody in the streets, never said something untoward to somebody at night because they had so much booze in their system. People out there, no fun people out there that see this Alex Jones and Tim Dillon interview and blame Tim Dillon and say, Tim, you weren't responsible. You shouldn't have had Alex Jones on your platform. Be more responsible. Shut up. It's Alex Jones. This is what you want from him. He's not flipping Trevor Noah. I want Alex Jones lit. I want Alex Jones sipping Tito's, puffing a fucking cigarette and getting sloppy toppy from some T-word. That's what I want him to be doing, all right? It's Alex Jones. It's Alex Blood Clot Jones. I want him lit. Oh, and by the way, he owes $1 billion. He owes $1 billion. What would you do if you owed $1 billion and the government and society at large and the victims of Sandy Hook were breathing down your neck? Wouldn't you be taking Tito's to the face? Duh! You owe $1 billion. So, shut up and enjoy the show. God damn it, these boring people. Tim Dillon, you should be more responsible with your Responsible what? You can watch full hardcore porn on Twitter. You open up, if you don't even have TikTok, you don't even need to have TikTok on your phone. You don't even need to have TikTok on your phone. You could download TikTok right now. Register an account. The first time you open the TikTok feed, you're going to see some 15-year-old girl twerking. The internet is a degenerate place. It's full of degenerates, full of psychos, full of losers like me, screaming. 15-year-old girls twerking and saying, I'm going to be a nasty girl, I'm going to be a nasty girl. And then you go on Twitter and there's somebody with a whole asshole on your feed saying, click the link in bio. And you're upset about Alex Jones having a bit of fucking whiskey and a cigarette. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. God damn it, man. People are so puritanical. So puritanical. So boring. So straight-laced. Shut up. Let me move this. Honestly, I was sending the replies. I was like, it's Alex fucking Jones. What do you expect was going to happen? Huh? Fuck. Anyway, move this chat and we'll go. Okay. Anyways, let's go. This is Alex Jones on Tim Dillon. Maybe one of the greatest episodes of all time. Episode number 400 too. Number 400. Right after the attempted assassination on Trump. He's lit from minute one.
Alex Jones is with us. He's the only guy that I could really think of that I wanted to talk to about this and what's going on.
And that
They're blurring the Tito's. They're blurring the Tito's. Look at that fucking G. Look at that fucking G. Look at what his life has been reduced to. At one point, he was number one super chats on flipping YouTube at one point. At one point, mainstream media were worried. Oh shit, InfoWars might come and take our spot. People are actually watching this guy. He's actually a reliable news source. What are we gonna do? And then, of course, Alex Jones fashion, he flew too close to the sun, started saying some untoward things about the Sandy Hook victims, and then boom, Bob's your uncle, Granny's your aunt, and Roseanne is your tia, and it was all over. But there was a time where he was just swimming in the money from the fucking, supplements to the pills to whatever. He was living large. Now look at him. He's out in some field somewhere. I'm not too sure if he's in Central America with some T-words who are maybe of age, maybe. Is he somewhere in a house in North America? I don't know. But this is actually quite a sad thing to see such a great man fall to such depths. Look at him. Look at him. No man that has their life together will be taking fucking Tito's to the face. And the only vodka you take to the face is a vodka named after me. The only vodka you take to the face is a vodka that's name is something that you'll describe me if I cut in front of you in traffic. That's the only vodka you take to the face. That's the only one that might be a little bit tasty, that makes sense. Tito's. That's like drinking Jameson's to the face. Are you nuts? That might strip off a bit of paint. That might strip off some darkness on my lips. I might have two lips the same color if I fucking drink Tito's to the face. That's fucking paint thinner, mate. I swear to God. His life isn't all there. But it's fun to watch. So enjoy the shit show, you boring CUNTES.
Wanted to talk to about this and what's going on.
And that's you and I coming out the fact that we've been married for 10 years.
We've been married for 10 years and we get all the state benefits that come with it. What do you think?
By the way, there's some lady in the background there talking to him the whole time. So the whole time he's sitting with Tim Dillon, there's some ladies, dems, who knows, in the background, talking to him, communicating. And he's not focusing, so it's funny. I'm sure Tim Dillon picked up on it. He's not really present. He's already fucked. Plus, there's like big-titted people walking around him probably. Daddy, do you want to come and touch me? Or something. Someone's saying something there. Wait 1 second. I'll be with you in a second. I'll be with you in a second. He's just smoking six and and going crazy. But let's skip ahead because I've got some clips here to play for you. There's another one here where you say to yourself, is he fugged or is he just concentrating? Is Alex Jones fugged or is he just concentrating? Please let me know in the stream chat down below.
They don't have a way to make him step down. And so out of pure panic, they're like, my God, Trump's 20 points ahead. What do? We kill him. We kill Trump. And so that's what's happening is that Biden has no idea.
And I swear to God, I listened to this first. I listened to this first on the audio, and I could tell he was distracted. Even listening to it with no audio, you could tell he's distracted. He's not all there. He's like, he's licking a titty. So somebody's trying to get his attention, and look at what they get his attention for.
Idea what he's doing. He is completely living on another planet.
He has to get up and get it. Ah! Another bottle.
He is completely living on another planet.
I love Alex. Look at that.
And
there we go. Another bottle, bro. Another bottle of Burt Kreischer's finest. Another bottle of Burt Kreischer's finest. It's like, bruh, don't you have a glass? Don't you have a tumbler? Like, don't you want some ice in it or what? Something like, don't you have something? He's wearing a nice watch. Might be a Rolex, but he has no glass. Anyway.
So that's why I'm trying to explain to people, we are in a constitutional, total and complete crisis. Okay?
I have talked to more people, over the last few days, like you.
Bro, it's the covering the camera for me. Because I'm assuming they probably cut this out in the interview. I'm assuming in the beginning, when he takes a swig of the vodka, Tim probably tells him, hey, by the way, you're going to make too much work for my editor. Just, if you're going to drink it, just drink it off camera or something, or cover. You know what I mean? I think he probably told him that. So, all right, cool. So instead of just like not drinking for 30 minutes, 40 minutes while you do your fucking interview, talking about one of the most monumental days in history, world history, forget politics, forget North America, world history, you're somebody that people want to hear from, just 30, 40 minutes, just to, just give your hot takes, spew your shit, go be a firebrand. Nah, in the whatever minute, this is an edited podcast of 40 minutes. I'm assuming they spoke for about an hour. This guy couldn't put that bottle down. He was banging it, to the face. And I love how he covers the camera. He covers the camera to have a drink, right? To have a little sippy sip of the Tito's. But he's so smashed, he doesn't realize that you can see it. Like, you can see he's drinking. So it's like, if you're trying to hide, you might as well just go off camera. There's no point covering it. We know what you're doing. Plus, he takes a long-ass swig. I'm going to go back a little bit, but he takes a long-ass swig. He's not just swigging it. Like, you know how sometimes if you're a bit you just want a bit of alcohol just to kind of, give you a pep. He's drinking that shit like it's orange juice. He's drinking that shit like it's apple juice. He legit is like, watch.
I have talked to more people, over the last few days, like you said, that are really panicked.
And also, whenever the drink starts leaking from your mouth, whenever you start dribbling, that's when you know you're fucked. Whenever you start dribbling, when you start drinking from a bottle and you start dribbling, that's when you know you're a little bit tipsy. Because wow, bro, look at that. Look at that form. Only Alex Jones could cover the camera to take a swig of Tito's, take his hand away before he's taking the bottle away from his mouth. Like, come on, Uncle. Come on, Uncle AJ. Come on, Uncle AJ. You gotta do better than this, brother. You gotta be a little bit. Come on, Uncle AJ. What are you doing, brother? Look at him. Look at that form. I can't wait to hear what Tim Dillon has to say about this after the fact. I can't wait. He probably did some mad shit before the pod even started. He might have railed a line. He might have taken a couple of pills. I can't wait to hear the full story because it must be epic.
That are really...
Who's he looking at? Who's he looking at? Look at how big and sad his face looks. Doesn't he kind of look like Burr? He's in that Burr Kreischer class. That big, white, red head. That's what he's in. That big, white... The only thing he doesn't have is Burr Kreischer's eyes. Because Burr Kreischer doesn't... he's happy. He's making money. But sometimes he gets really puffy eyes and he kind of looks a bit Asian. But look at those side eyes. Look at that face. I don't blame him, man. He owes $1 billion, brother. $1 billion. Come on, bro. Let him have his Tito's and chill.
Panicked, and they're not people that you would think, right? I mean, these are, very successful people. They're
Look at his face. He's trying to concentrate, but he's fucked.
They're smart people, and they feel like this is...
He's thinking, why did I agree to this interview? He agreed to this interview when he was high. He probably agreed to this interview while he was knee deep in some day-dem clunge. And now he's here. He's like, fuck, man. I shouldn't agree to this, innit? This is a bad idea. This is a bad idea.
We're in a complete...
What's he? And then he points to somebody. So there's something else coming. He points to put something on the table.
We're spiraling out of control.
Oh, that's a face. That's a face that needs to be screen grabbed. Look at that, bro. He's a defeated man. He's living out the best lot or the last parts of his life. Just taking it to the face, bro. Just taking it to the face. Just trying to drown his sorrows. And the ugly thing about drowning your sorrows, it works. Temporarily, of course. But it does work. When you just want to blank out, and you just want to wake up tomorrow and your problems have kind of like, you've kind of delayed them another day, it kind of does work. And I kind of want to see how this ends. I really do. I really want to see how this ends. Oh.
And they look at this attempt at Trump's life, and it's terrifies people.
He's getting the boost sweats now. He's getting the boost sweats. He's contemplating life. He's figuring out, like, oh my God, why am I here? Why did I do all this? Look at him. The fucking anguish. This is cinema. This is cinema.
And by the way, these are not hysterics. These are
Look,
not people
he's about to vomit. He's about to vomit. He nearly threw up. He nearly threw up there. That was him. He nearly threw up.
Terrifies people. And by the way,
Sweats.
these are not hysterics.
Hold up.
These are not people
He
that
held that one in.
ignored a lot of...
He held that one in. And now he's trying to, because sometimes I heard, big up my friend Bobby, when Bobby used to smoke, he used to always tell me how he used to like smoking a cigarette after a meal because it helps sometimes with digestion. So I'm assuming that's probably why he's taking that hard pull of a cigarette to help bring the vomit down. So we're, oh, God almighty, which is disgusting to say the least. But hey, you got to work with what you have.
Stuff up until this point, but I'm sure you've talked to some of them too that are texting me. Liberals, Alex, liberals, Democrats are texting me going.
Anyway, so we got that. The best bit of this podcast has to be the end. The end of this podcast might be one of the most cinematic things you've ever seen in your entire life. And we're going to watch this together because I'm sure some of you want to see this. So from around, let's do 38:30. From around here, this becomes pure and utter cinema. Let's go.
It's a total and absolute Streisand effect.
Yeah.
And so that's where we are, is that the deep state's dying.
Wait. here's the thing, right?
The deep state's falling apart. And their answer is just launch another war. In the EU, Germany, Sweden.
Yeah. Oh, he's about to
France
vomit
have
there. He nearly vomited there. He nearly vomited there again.
Germany, Sweden, France have announced national arrest. And the public's protesting. And they're saying, our new economy, don't worry, is war with Russia.
Of course.
The West started that 11 years ago.
Makes sense.
They overthrew the Ukrainian government. They started it.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Russia.
I'm not a fan of Russia either.
The point is...
I'm a fan of Russia too. I hate Nina Kravitz.
Is that exactly... They are starting this war.
Oh, look at that face. That Tito's is now kicking his ass. That Tito's is kicking his ass now. That Tito's is kicking his ass. He's gone full rock eyebrow. So Putin, I've been calling Putin. He's getting a brain freeze for the Tito. Tito's giving,
They're accelerating this war. And Trump is saying he's not part of this war.
Okay.
So the system is in complete panic mode. Try to stop it.
Oh, that was the vomit that nearly came out. He nearly projectile vomited into the fucking laptop on the phone. Oh, he had to hold that one in there. 2 hands on the face. Look at that. Look at that.
The
Look at the technique.
Is in complete panic
Look
mode.
at the technique.
Try to stop it.
Oh,
and
there
you
we
think
go.
that they need
Good
this
boy.
war
Good boy.
for the new economic realities that are coming with AI, with
AI,
technology, with
following.
all of the
Artificial intelligence.
advancements that we're seeing.
ChatGPT.
People's jobs are going away, and you think that this new world.
He wants that bump in it. He looked down a little bit. He looked down. I think there might be a line on the side. He looked down and he wanted a bit of that line to level him out. He looked down.
With technology,
he looked down to
all of the
advancements
that we're seeing. People's jobs are going away.
There we go. He wants that. Whatever's there, he wants it. He wants to get himself leveled. He's like, oh, I'm about to die here, Tim. I'm about. He's really worried. It could go south.
This new world order, as you know.
I know that breath. I know that breath. Oh my God, he's trying everything in his power. He's trying everything, sitting up straight, breathing, focusing on what Tim's saying, focusing on the words. He's trying to keep that shit in. Look.
And you think this new world order, as you know, the term is that needs to be focused on permanent, unending war.
But
if you're a globalist, if you're a globalist.
Oh, there we go. It nearly came out. It nearly came out. God almighty. Wow. No, his head. Look, I'll show you what color his head looks like. Look at the color his head is. Watch this. His head is this color. His head is this color. Look. His head is this color. The color of my cap. That's his head. That's his head. That's the color of Alex Jones' head right now. That's him right there. That's the fucking color. Holy shit. AJ, hold it in, brother. Hold it in. You only got 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Hold it in. Look at that.
If you're a globalist.
Look.
If you're a globalist.
Oh, nearly got it twice. Oh, the cough. Oh.
If you're a globalist.
Yeah. He tasted that. He tasted the vomit in his mouth. That was that. He tasted that Tito's mixed with vomit, mixed with bussy, mixed with Campari, mixed with calamari, mixed with... He tasted that. Look, he tasted it on his mouth. Look. We need that screenshot too. We need that screenshot too. If you're a globalist. If you're a globalist. If you're a globalist. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, he's suffering. Hang in there. Hang in there, AJ.
It's awesome. That's about him.
What'd he say? What'd he say? What'd he say?
It's awesome. That's about him.
Yeah, what?
It's awesome. That's about him. If you're a globalist, you don't care about people dying. You don't care about war. You don't care about depression. You need an excuse to unify people around what you're doing. And so they're trying, like Hitler when he was losing.
Big up NJ. Alex Jones is suffering from success. Exactly. Oh, that would be a good album. That would be a good meme, actually, where he's bowing his head like that. Oh my God, he's making me sick now. He's making me, him being sick is making me sick.
Against England and against North Africa.
Oh,
he invades Russia.
Oh, I know that. I know that move. Where he try to get it down your throat. I know that move. I know that move. Real party boys and real party girls in the chat. Stand up. You know that. Yeah. You know that neck twist to try and force it down. You know that.
And against North Africa.
Look.
He invades Russia. That'll unify the Germans. I'll just go attack Russia.
There we go.
They were in full panic mode.
Oh, again. Nearly.
Yeah. It's scary.
I love how Tim Dillon. That's how you know Tim Dillon. Tim Dillon was doing coke when he was 13 years old. Right? Tim Dillon's a real party boy. He's sober now, as a judge, doesn't really talk about it much, seems to be a cool dude and shit, but he's been around some fucked up shit. So he's able to dance and to like jam in this psycho energy. And he loves it. And he didn't miss a beat. He did not once say, "Are you okay? Do you want me to stop the interview?" We'd like to grab a glass. He's like, "Nah, bruv. Keep the cameras rolling. It's a showtime. We're in Hollywood, baby. Entertainment, baby. Keep the cameras rolling. Keep the cameras rolling."
Panic mode.
Yeah. It's scary
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Big up, Tim.
Definitely appreciate you coming on to talk about this. How are you?
Oh my God, it nearly came out there. It nearly came out there.
Definitely appreciate you coming on to talk about this. How are you going to be at the convention?
Oh, he's not at the interview. Look, I love Tim Dillon. Are you going to the convention? He can barely speak. He can barely speak. He's all over the place. He's vomiting in his mouth 17 times. He probably smells like a bar, right? He probably hasn't showered or slept for 3 days. He's not going to no Republican National Convention. He's not about to go in hopscotch with fucking Amber Rose on the stage. They're not like us. They're not like us. Oh my God. Oh.
Tim, I'll be completely honest with you.
He's praying. He prayed there. We've all done that before, innit? The night after. I'm never doing this again. I'm never doing this again. He's praying to the heavens. He's praying to the Lord above. Please. Please. Save me. Save me from this Tito's torment. From the flames of Tito's. Save me. From this whiskey and juice hellscape. Save me. Please, God, save me, please.
Tim, I'll be completely honest with you.
Yeah.
I
love you.
I'm prepared to die.
That's cinema. That's fucking cinema. That's fucking cinema right there, bro. All right? Hang it up at the fucking Louvre. Hang it at Tate Modern. Hang it in the White Cube. That's fucking art. That's art right there. That's art right there. Eat your heart out. Eat your heart out, Tracy Yemin. Huh? Eat your heart out. Lucian Freud, you ain't got nothing on my guy, Alex Jones. You know what? I'm ready to die. One more time. That gap, it's the timing. That could be a good tune, actually. You put that in the EDM song. You know what? You know what? You know what? You know what? I'm ready to die. Bam, 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 bam. That could be a real good tune.
Tim, I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
Uh-huh.
I'm prepared to die.
Yay!
So we're on the verge. I don't just say this, listeners. I'm physically sick right now.
Yeah, we don't want you to die.
No, I'm trying to explain this.
Yeah.
I like how Tim doesn't ask about his well-being once. I'm physically sick right now. Yeah, we don't want you to die. He never once says, "Are you okay? Are you?" Nah. Don't keep the cameras rolling.
This is not. I'm not playing games. Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to listen to me very carefully.
Yeah, we're listening.
I've always followed my intellectual analysis of history. Okay.
Niggas talking about being intellectual after you just down the harp of fucking whatever you say, brother. Wagwan.
AJ, you're too drunk to go to the convention, big dog, and I'm glad you prepared for the inevitable BC your sauce and hard bro.
The funny thing is, he'd probably still get in. The wild thing is, he'd probably still get in. They'd see him and they still let him speak. They'll have no problem. They're like, yeah, okay. JD Vance, whatever your Vance. Is it Vance or Vance? Vance. Okay, JD, get off the stage. Alex, come on, brother. It's okay. It's okay, baby. It's okay. Are you gonna be sick? It's okay. You can be sick on the stage. It's okay, baby. Come on. It's okay. They want to hear about Bohemian Grove. Tell them about Bohemian Grove again. Come on. It's okay, baby. It's okay. That's what they probably do. Oh.
And I'm here in Northern California. We just infiltrated Bohemian Grove again. That's breaking. And I have.
Yeah, exactly. Big up Brendan Mullery in the chat. I just saw Brendan Mullery. Big up Brendan Mullery in the chat. And big up. Who says big up Stable Ramirez as well. Oh, sorry, Stable Ramis. Big up Stable Ramis. Big up Stable Ramis. And big up Brendan Mullery. Yo, that's the mad thing about drinking, isn't it? It really is. And that's why in general, unless you can drink in moderation, getting blackout drunk is never worth it. Unless you could drink as part of like your meal and hanging out, drinking to get blackout is a waste of time. It really is. It's the worst. No one ever feels good the next day. No one. And I'm proof of it because I'm not even like I wouldn't class myself as like an alcoholic at all because I don't drink during the week. I barely go out. I only drink when I go out and I barely go out. I don't have any booze at home. But even I've noticed when I try to do like the proper, like when I was into like the whole Tim Ferriss thing, Tim Ferriss was like, yeah, pour like magnesium into your alcohol every hour and drink that. It'll help with the hangovers. It kind of helped, but you still get hangover. It don't disappear. But then when you get a buzz when you're drinking, you're trying to chase that buzz. But that after that buzz, you should really stop once you hit that buzz. But you don't because you like the feeling of it. So you try and chase after it and then you get fucked up. It really is the worst. And to be honest, physiologically, having watched Brendan, having watched Burr, I've kind of got put off a little bit from it just because of them. I'm not going to lie, to be completely honest. Like, no, it's honestly so bad, man. It's so bad for you, bro. Like, it just changes all, like, the way it changes your face, how you sound. Like, you watch like early episodes of Bert Kreischer on JRE. Yeah, he was younger, but you see early episodes of Bert Kreischer on JRE, and his voice sounds different, brother. His voice is completely different. It's so fucking crazy. But it makes sense if you drink that much. You feel me? Oh, yeah. Big up. Yeah, exactly. Big up Austin Casey. R.I.P. Jared Mellerick. Every time. R.I.P. Jared Mellerick.
When you want to watch a Bert Kreischer show, but mom says we have Bert Kreischer at home on Skype.
I love it. Yeah, exactly. We have Bert Kreischer. Kreischer at home on Skype is hilarious. But like I said, isn't it funny? Like I always say, I personally think people like Alex Jones and Burt Kreischer will outlive most stand-up comedians. I swear on my life. Don't be surprised. Don't be flipping surprised if this guy outlives everybody. When I mean everybody, I mean everybody. That's the unfair part of it. It's like a smoker that smokes 1 million cigarettes a day and they live until they're 80, 90. It happens all the time. So this guy ain't going anywhere anytime soon, and I'm all for it.
My 7-year-old daughter with me and my wife with me, and I've got 3 other older children. I can't get on your show and lie to you. So I'm sitting here believing we're about to have a nuclear war. They've already tried to kill Trump. They're going to do it again. And so I feel guilty literally talking to you and saying we're about to see the end of civilization. Right?
I feel guilty. That's why you're getting yourself blackout drunk. You feel guilty. So why can't you be there for your family while you're feeling guilty, to support them and love them and, and make sure they feel like, everything's going to be okay? Is getting blackout drunk really the answer to feeling guilty? I don't know, man.
Now on the road we're on like you got your GPS, you're driving this restaurant, you're driving this place, you're going to the beach. We're not going to the beach, folks. We're going to thermonuclear war and the end of civilization and total death. And I don't say that to be dramatic. I literally was sitting here and you were asking me what's happening next, and I started to vomit. Guys, I'm tough, okay? I'm tough.
Boy,
okay,
really tough.
I've been in a lot of fights. I don't break. I don't.
This is the standard talk. This is the standard chat you get when you're on holiday in some random bar somewhere. Some guy asks, "Hey, where you from?" And then suddenly it turns into like a couple of drinks. This is where it always ends up. It always ends up here. And I love those things. I am the master. I'm not good at many things. I'm not good at a lot of things. But one thing I'm good at is encouraging people to talk. I love it. I love being at a bar and just letting somebody let off. Be like, oh no, really? He said what to you? No way. I can't believe that happened, bro. And what do you do? Really? Fuck, man. That must have been so mad, innit? Fuck, really? No way. No, I never heard about that before. Yo, let's just keep going, man. Let's keep going, brother. Give me your stories, man. Entertain me. Make this night memorable, brother, please.
I don't easily buckle.
No fucking way. Joel from MIA says Alex Jones is only 50 years old. No way is he 50. No fucking way is Alex Jones 50. No way. Alex Jones' age. No way. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Okay. Maybe it's not so funny now, isn't it? Maybe it isn't so funny anymore, is it? He's 50. He's actually younger than Burt Kreischer. Yo. Oh my God. Yeah, for example, say what you like about Tucker Carlson, but he's allegedly 5 years younger than Tucker Carlson. He's allegedly 5 years younger than Tucker Carlson. I know Tucker's a bit of a straight-laced Mormon, Christian, fucking unfun guy, but still, he's 5 years younger than Tucker Carlson. Yeah, he looks, I don't know, he probably looks about the same as Steve Bannon. Alex Jones and Steve Bannon probably look the same level of degradation or have the same level of deterioration, right? And Steve Bannon has 20 years on him, plus however many number of fucking twinks he's murdered over the years, allegedly. God damn, bro. God damn. And Steve Bannon literally like moisturizes himself in dandruff and wears like 17 polo shirts. So imagine you looking older than somebody that's 20 years older than you. Fucking hell. He's 50. That's insane, bruh. Let's see. Let's say celebrities born in 1975. Let's see, live 74. Oh my God. Look at all the celebrities that Alex Jones is the same age as. Christian Bale, Eva Mendes, Joaquin Phoenix, Amy Adams, Penelope Cruz, Leonardo DiCaprio, Kate Moss, Sarah Paulson, Seth Green. All these people, Alex Jones is the same age as. Bloody hell. Hilary Swank, Alyssa Hannick, so many white people. Why you type in celebrities, all these fucking mayonnaise people pop up. I want to see like blacks. I want to see Snoop Dogg. I want to see DMX. Who are these people? Nelly, Jimmy Fallon, and Les Morissette, Victoria Beckham, Robbie Williams, my idol, Robbie Williams. Oh shit, Ryan Seacrest. Yo, Alex Jones is the same age as Ryan, not gay Seacrest. Wow. Derek Jeter. But we know why he looks young, innit? We know why he looks young. Big up the original stick man. We know why he looks young. Big up the original stick man. Big up Derek Jeter. Still. Wow. Lil' Kim. Steve-O. So basically, Steve-O would have looked like Alex Jones if he didn't get sober. Right? Basically. If Steve-O never got sober, he'd end up looking like Alex Jones. Chloe Sevigny. Wow. Bloody hell, Alex, man. Alex, you should chill out with the booze, bro.
I am literally having a panic attack right now because of the magnitude of what's happening to our civilization. So I want to be very clear with people. I don't want to say what I think because I don't want to sound like an asshole to people. Okay?
I don't want to say what I think. Automatically, I think, what's he thinking about saying? Like some like race science shit. He wants to get on his neo-Nazi. I can't say what I think. Subscribe to my Substack so I can tell you why the rates of why there's such high rates of single parent households within black communities. That's what he wants to get into. Why don't they just comply? Why don't they just comply? That's what he wants to be. Exactly. Case study. He wants to start reading a chapter from the Bell Curve live on stream. Oh, big up Alex Jones, bro. Yeah. Ayn Rand. She has some good points.
We are in the middle of World War III with the Russians. It's already started.
Yeah.
Everything is collapsing.
Yeah.
Everything is insane.
Uh-huh.
And if we sit there.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's probably his daughter, isn't it? The whole time he was doing that. His daughter, so he's with his family doing this.
It's insane. And if we sit there.
Bless, man. He's with his family. This whole time he's getting fucked up. About to vomit into his mouth. His family's there. It would have been much better if I saw some tea ladies there with like half-cut soccer ball tits. Hey, papi. Like, it would have made more sense. I'd have been happy to see that. But like, here with his family. Yeah, that kind of, I'm not going to lie, man. Like, it started off funny. Now I'm finding out he's 50. And now he's there with his family. This is kind of bumming me out. I'm not going to lie. This is kind of bumming me out. Call him Alex Ricator, innit? Call him Alex Ricator. Fucking hell, man. It's interesting because, again, like, being somebody that's childless, I don't know, maybe it's different when you're a parent and you're actually doing it, you're living it. But I would never want my kids to see me fucked up. Like, I would never want to see them. Like, I probably would be one of those dads who's like, fuck it, I'm going sober. At least even for the first 10 years or something, when the kid's a baby or something, at least. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be one of those kind. It's a bit redacted, but I wouldn't want my kids to see me like hungover, sleeping on the couch after a night out and stuff. Daddy, wake up. It's time to give me breakfast. Daddy, wake up. I have to go to school. Daddy, wake up. Like, Daddy, wake up. Or your little kids coming and giving you a glass of water. Daddy, I know you like orange juice when you're hungover. Daddy, look, here's some crisp. Here's some chips I put in a bowl for you, Daddy. Daddy, wake up. Can you take me to the park? Daddy, can I go out to my friends? And you're like, ugh. Or even on holiday. Like, wait until the kids go to sleep and you and the other parents can like unwind like and get a bit tipsy at the bar. But I wouldn't want to do it in front of my, you know what I mean? If you're on holiday at some resort and you're with the kids, cool. Then when the kids go to sleep, you and the other parents, you get lit at the fucking bar. That's cool. But like this, yikes, man. Yikes.
And if we...
There's the reason to live, and there's the reason.
Big up Burp Reynolds. I quit drinking because I had a kid, but my dad for sure didn't. Yeah, big up Coiler. I'm the same, brother. And I have to be honest and say, as much as it was annoying to grow up in a household where my parents were very strict and they almost, stopped us doing loads of things, I have to be fair and say, growing up in a house where none of my parents drank, and most of it was religious reasons as well, but still they didn't really get into the booze, was a blessing. Was really a blessing. Really, really, really was a blessing. Because now I'm just not used to having drinks at home. Like, it's just not a thing that I do. And if I do buy them, I'd literally have to go outside to get them, which is not, I'm not making it like, oh, it's a magnificent accomplishment. But I think that, and plus, I'm also lucky too, because I don't, like, as much as I enjoy drinking, I don't enjoy it like a drink, Because I think it's harder if you actually enjoy the taste of booze. It's probably way harder to quit. So I have super empathy and sympathy for people out there who struggle with it, because if you actually enjoy it as a beverage, I can't imagine, but I could easily have a steak dinner, with a glass of water. I don't need to have it with a red wine. If I have it red wine, it's lovely, cool, but I don't need to have it like that. What do you think, Gamebred? Gamebred said, most of us are like that, AZ. I don't know though, brother. I don't know. You say that, but I don't know. Yeah, exactly, Austin. I'm the same. I legitimately only drink when I'm partying. Even when I go watch football in the bar sometimes, I'll just buy one drink because I don't want to sit there and watch the thing for free. But I also don't want to feel like I feel a bit bad going to a pub to watch football, but I don't want to drink beer. But I also don't want to order a soft drink because it's not like, it's whatever. So whatever. But really and truly, when I'm going drinking, it's only to get fucked up. But I'm not too sure if everybody does that, Gamebred. I think most people, I don't know. What are you guys saying in the chat? Do most of you guys have like a bar at home? The ones that do drink, do you guys have a bar, or do you guys have drinks now at home in the fridge? If you opened it up now, do you have a good portion of liquor left, good beverages left? What does the chat say? Because I don't know what people do. The ones that do drink anyway. If you don't drink, obviously you don't include in this, but if you do drink, do you have just booze at home, or do you only buy it when you want it? That's what I'd like to know. Yo, big up MM. What's good, MM? My mum was shithouse around us on the reg. It'll be okay. Yeah, that's the thing though. That's the thing. For some reason, most of the people I've heard who grew up in households where their parents were drinking turn up pretty okay. For the most part. Maybe it's growing up in that chaos. It does something to you, and you're like, you're not really, nothing surprises you, nothing shocks you. Like, no big deal. Big up Younger Vibe, just a bottle of wine that lasts about a month. Big up Younger Vibes. Clayton, yeah, I don't drink beer like that either. I drink Patron on the rocks with maybe a Coke, with maybe a Corona on the side. Oh, Clayton, ask me what my name is before you offer me a drink. Hey, Clayton, that sounds fucking delicious. I drink Patron on the rocks and maybe a Corona on the side. I like it there. I'm liking that. My family in-laws are vegetarian, so I have to drink outside of my... I love that. I love that. That's real. Gamebred is real to the core. That's when you know you're really about that drinking life. I drink outside or in my garage. Like a real man. All right? Don't bitch and complain. All right, cool. You don't like this? I'm going to drink outside. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to drink it outside. Okay, cool. I hate to quit drinking. I drink beer occasionally at home when watching fights and maybe a cocktail. Yeah, don't get me wrong. King Bayo's right. Having a bottle of beer while watching the UFC fights, goated. But have you noticed? I've noticed whenever I'm watching UFC, because it's so captivating, I forget the beer. And then I've got it, and it's like the worst thing, especially bottled beer, is having it be room temperature. And by the time you realize it's already fucking warm and it's still half left, and you're like, but have had the same 6-pack in my fridge for 6 months, says Brandon Mullery. Okay, fair enough. You know what? Judging by the stream chat, Gamebred Footballer was right. The majority of people, I speak about myself like I'm this unique guy. Like, oh, wow, I'm only going outside, don't get my alcohol, give me crown. But most people are like that, I guess. Most people don't have like 4 bars at home. You know, like a fully stocked bar with lights on the back. You know what I mean? Okay, fair play. Whatever. Let's continue. I hate it when you guys are right. I fucking hate it. There's a reason to save. He's praying.
The country right there, right?
Hold on. Let's go back. When the
is insane. And if we sit there, and if we,
there's the reason to live, and there's the reason to save. There's the reason to save the country right there, right?
That's what I'm saying. Is that I don't want to come here and tell you and say a bunch of horrible shit because it gives power to it, but it's happening.
Yeah.
I'm literally having nightmares every night. I'm literally preparing to die. And I'm sitting there watching everybody going playing golf and watching Netflix thinking it's all a fucking joke. Folks, it ain't a fucking joke, okay? Right. And all I'm telling people is that I know how things work. This is what I do.
Watching golf.
We are in World War III with the Russians. We have a crazy Joe Biden. They just tried to kill Trump. Come on, people. What do you think comes next? They're going to power outages. They're going to do a cyber attack. They're going to kill Trump. And I'll just say that. They're going to kill Trump. I think he's dead. So I am physically... I'm...
I wonder, though. I don't know the statistics. What's the likelihood when somebody attempts to assassinate you, what's the likelihood that they follow up? I guess there's probably stats about that. Like, I wonder.
I literally, I was just trying to be dramatic earlier. I was about to vomit. I love you, baby.
Oh,
it's my daughter right here. Say hi to folks, Veronica. So
oh, bless. Oh, now you see, now it's not getting so funny, innit? Now it isn't so funny. Oh. I wish I didn't have a heart, honestly. I could laugh about this stuff way more easier, man. I like to joke and joke, but when it's like,
I mean, this is going.
Big up Assad. I have feelings, all the feelings. Even though I pretend I don't, I have all the feelings.
Going back to baby, I'll be almost off. This is not a.
She's only 2 months old. It's always gnarly when you meet a kid like that, isn't it? It's always gnarly when you meet a kid that's just massive, but they're really young. So, oh, how old you think this kid's like 3? It's like, nah, that kid's like 8 months old. Like, what? This kid's a fucking unit. Oh.
Game, okay? People, thermonuclear war is not a game, okay?
No.
What's going down, and the average person cannot like gauge this. They think, oh, everything's fine because you've lived in freedom so long.
Yo, Clay, what do you mean I'm wilding? What are you trying to say? I didn't say nothing. What are you thinking about? I didn't say nothing. I didn't say a single thing about that kid. What are you thinking about? Exactly. I didn't say nothing. I'm just here, minding my business, streaming, having some ha-ha hee-hees, chuckling and, shucking and jiving as I do, as I do. That's what I'm doing. I didn't say a damn thing.
Long, folks, this isn't a game. And I am literally doing the shutdown process of preparing to die. I'm literally looking at my daughter and my wife and like preparing for nuclear war because
Mommy, what does dying mean? Mommy, why does Daddy want to die? Don't listen to him, honey. Honey, don't listen to him, honey. He's crazy. Don't listen to him.
because that's a probability, not a possibility.
Well, Alex,
And
you know what? I agree with you, but I want to.
You guys are saying to me I shouldn't do nothing. Look what Young Old Vibe said. Young Old Vibe said something more offensive than what I said. Young Old Vibe said something way more offensive than anything I've said or intimated at. She says she looks like her dad. I didn't say that. Look, chastise your fellow chatter. Chastise your fellow chatter here. Look what Young Old Vibe. I didn't say that. I didn't say a thing.
Remind you that there's a lot of people that care about you. You're incredibly talented. Your family loves you, and that's why I had you on, because we want.
Oh, honestly, man, how much does he owe again? Is it $1 billion? How much does Alex Jones owe? Oh, $1.5 billion. I'm sorry. I don't agree with a lot of things that Alex Jones says, but there comes a point in one man's life when you've done it all. If you owe a $1.5 billion in debt, that might be grounds to, I don't know, go up to the tallest building and see the sights, if you get what I mean. That might be one of the occasions where you'd want to go into an open field and fly a kite during a stormy night. That might be a good excuse. Honestly, I'm sweating at the moment with my student debts from my shitty university I went to. That's like about 15K or something, right? That I'm paying with my paycheck every month. A little portion comes out paying that fucking 15K debt. Can you imagine being in debt? 1.5 billion. Can you imagine? It's one thing missing your Klarna payment. It's another thing owing $1.5 billion in debt. And because of how heinous he's been over the years, and because of the nature of the crime, and because of the victims and how badly they've been affected, they're going to chase him down for that money. And if they don't chase him down, they're going to wear him down. So he's going to pay one way or the other. That's got to weigh on your mind. You know that. They're not going to give up. They're not going to let up on you. And rightfully so. Because the things he said about those parents was like wild. They're going to be after you. Also, the mainstream media that didn't want you around anyway, they're also going to be after you. That pressure he's under, bro. God damn. Yeah, big up Joe Maye. He might not pay a cent. He might not actually have to pay that cent, but he's paying for it. You get what I mean? He might not have to pay for it, but he's paying for it.
Wanted to hear what you had to say, and you know, I've been listening to you since I'm 13, so if we can just send love.
He's passing the torch, isn't it? This is a real pass the torch moment. Alex Jones comes crumbling and Tim Dillon is rising. Rising. Views going up. Patreon booming. Live shows selling out. Everyone, whenever there's a political hot take thing, Rogan usually goes for Tim Dillon now. Before in the past, he'd go for Alex Jones. But Tim Dillon now is his loudmouth, firebrand, ranty, hot take guy. Tim Dillon's the new Alex Jones, actually. It's got to be wild to see. He's actually looked up to Alex Jones. He loved him. Alex Jones is his Howard Stern, basically. Crazy.
Love to you and hope that you feel better because you get involved in a lot of crazy shit and read about it and process it and internalize it. But we're just sending love to you and your family. And I really appreciate you coming on and talking about this because this is really, for lack of better words, fucked up shit. And
I want to be 100% clear.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I whined and
No, you didn't
complained and all that. What I'm trying to say.
He's a mess, man.
Everybody.
Yeah.
My family's out there, right?
Yeah.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
Right.
This is a total meltdown takeover by any yardstick. The globalists are in bunkers right now. They're all hiding. I'm saying we've got to recognize how dangerous this is.
Yeah.
And we've got to contact Congress, contact the media and say, stop this. That's all I'm trying to say is that I want to say what I really believe. And I'm not trying to be dramatic. It feels evil to say we're on the verge of nuclear war.
No,
it feels disgusting to do this. That's all I'm trying to say. And they just tried to kill Trump. We're not in Kansas, folks. We're not in a normal situation. So, Tim, I love you.
Thank you.
Please come on my show.
Dude, I will.
And God bless you.
I appreciate it. God bless you. And thank you, Alex. Alex.
That's a true American patriot there. All hail Alex Jones. All hail Alex Blood Clot Jones. What a legendary episode. And for all you losers out there who are complaining, Tim Dillon, don't share your platform with him. Shut up. Shut up. Stop being boring. Enjoy the shit show. We have a short time on this earth. Some of us won't even get to fucking live out our dreams. Some of us won't get to maybe live into our old age. While you're here, enjoy the shit show. You won't get another turn. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. And these are some of the best characters we have. You couldn't write this character into a HBO TV series. You couldn't write this character into a Netflix movie. You couldn't write this. This guy is blog buzzer. Blog buzzer. You get me? All right, cool. Look at the alerts not going away. Love it. Anyway, cool. Continuing on. Big. Who's that? Austin Casey. Wagwan.
Alex might do a Marvin He Mayer and armor up a bulldozer to go crazy through the Capitol. Smiley face.
I would love to see that. I would love to see it. I'd love to see it. Powered by what? Powered by Tito's. Oh. Big up Austin Casey. Let's continue, man. This is just honestly one of the best interviews I've ever watched. I was glued to it. I listened to it in audio. Then I went back and watched it. Then I rewatched it again. Like, honestly, just noticing all the little, I was like, oh shit, I've done that. Yeah. Anyway, continuing on, people. Continuing on. Let's talk. Let's actually just break up. Let's actually break it up a little bit, right? Let's break it up a little bit. Let's have some fun. Women are fucking stupid. Women are fucking dumb for the most part. Absolutely dumb creatures. Dumb, stupid, idiotic, emotional, annoying. But there are some times where women speak some sense. And this might be a rare moment where a woman has spoken some sense.
Do you think side chicks make marriages last?
Of course they do.
What do they specially do? we're going to use Lagos as a case study. And then from my own personal experience, you and your husband, you live in VGC, and I live where I live. Chevron, Ekota Villa. Now, he's been on that traffic from VI, wherever his office is. Boom. If he's driving, even worse. He has a driver. Hallelujah. At least he's not stressing so much. He drives and gets to Chevron and gets to me. And I'm by the door to open the door for him. He comes inside. I hug him. I give him a peck. Depends on how he made me feel the previous day. So he comes inside, and I'm asking him, hey, baby, how are you? How was work? Did your day go okay?
Okay, not bad.
While I'm doing that, I'm taking off his shoes. Like he's seated. I'm taking off his shoes. If he's wearing socks, obviously, I'm taking it off and then giving him a little foot massage while pep talking him about how his day went. And I'm attentive to listen to him vent about what happened in the office and what didn't happen. And after that, and in all of these conversations, I probably would have moved from his legs. Yeah. And I'm sitting on him.
Oh, I'm definitely hard now.
This the wife won't do at home in most cases, but she doesn't have time. Me, I have the whole day. I have the whole time in the world because that is how he sees me every time he comes. So he's used to that pamper that he probably doesn't get at home. So I'm sitting on his laps. He's grabbing my butt. Or he's seen my butt. My nipples are all over his face.
I'm sucking those.
Available for him to touch. Right? And I'm smelling good.
Of course you are.
Do you understand me? So he likes what he's seeing. He likes the full attention that I'm giving to him.
I love it.
Undivided. For that 45 minutes or 30 minutes that he's spending with me, he is my priority. He is number one. I'm not, even if I'm leaving him, it's probably to go get him a glass of juice.
Oh my
if
God.
He drinks whiskey,
Juice,
a glass of whiskey, or maybe get his food, or whatever that is in the house available. But the point is, there is a relationship that is very intense in a very short period of time.
Wow.
It could be 30 minutes that he spends with me. But that 30 minutes, I'm not leaving him alone.
Oh, God Almighty.
In that 30 minutes, I'm all over his business. In that 30 minutes, I'm making my demands.
Oh, my God.
He's making his.
I'm sub.
Everybody
I'm your
is
sub. I can be your sub.
Collecting whatever they want to collect from each other.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And what is he getting? Attention.
I'm cooming.
Sex.
I'm cooming.
Romance.
I'm cooming.
That's it.
All the nuts.
That's all the married man wants from the woman outside anyways.
So how does that keep his marriage at home?
Good. So when he leaves me, he spends 45 minutes with me.
That's true.
He's calm.
Oh, of course, I've come.
He's relaxed.
I've just been
whatever
you for 5
heat
minutes.
is at home, he can deal with it
now.
calmly.
Hips are open.
He can deal with it way better than if he just
course.
drove from the office in that
When you
traffic and
bust
he goes
7
home
nuts,
straight.
of course you're calm.
He'll be
I'm
angry,
calm.
he'll be agitated, he'll be like,
Oh,
you know what,
yeah.
I just want to go upstairs and rest.
Oh,
But
yeah,
when he has
exactly. The
spent
wife
that
is
quality
annoying
time
upstairs.
with me,
But with you-
whatever madam is saying at home is fine.
Whoever you are, in case you're wondering, that wasn't a round of applause. That was me clapping cheeks, bro. Yo, women are usually dumb, but this one's smart. This one's just one of the smart ones. She won the boys. Bring her around, man. Bring Cynthia around, man. Bring Jennifer around, man. Bring Cynthia around more, man. Where's Cynthia? Where's Jennifer, man? Huh? Where is she? Bring her around. Oh, god damn. I like that. I like that. When he's coming home, I'm massaging his feet. He's touching my bum. My nipples are in his face. My pussy's on his ear. I can feel his penis on my leg. He's kissing me with his mouth. And I'm putting my hands on his penis. I'm moving, doing the motion. Up and down, up and down, up and down. He's making these weird breathing noises. as if he's running the London Marathon. He's out of breath. But I'm telling him, baby, calm down. Not yet. Don't be too excited, baby, okay? Baby, not now. Don't be coming now, baby. Come on. We have long time to go. He's telling me he wants more. He's telling me he wants more. I'm telling him, why will you give me more? Will you give me Gucci bag? Will you give me Dior sneakers? Huh? Will you give me Louis Vuitton? Okay, baby. Okay. Are you a good boy, baby? Are you a good boy? Big up this lady, bro. Big up this lady. Love it. Sorry. As you can tell, I've not had the company of a female for a long time. So it's been a while. So as you can see, I'm kind of, I'm a little bit twitchy. I'm freaking out. Oh shit, I haven't had a human touch in a while. All right, cool. Let's move on because I think I might have lost some people here. So let's pretend that didn't happen. All right. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Let's just keep that between me and you. All right. Keep that between me and you. Don't tell no one, man. Don't tell no one, man. Don't tell no one. Let's keep that between me and you. All right. Don't tell no one about that. Let's go. Okay. Schaub show settings. Schaub show settings. Let's go. People calling me Hotep AZ is hilarious. Big up K-Said Moses. Big up Gabriel, I gathered that. I haven't had anything in a while. Gabriel, don't worry, we know. We can tell. Oh, anyway, let's go. Oh, bro. From the time you're clapping and you turn it into strokes, that's when you know you're starving. You start clapping and you start imagining strokes. That's when you know you are parched. Oh, anyway, let's continue. Big up Brendan Schaub. Schaub show madness. Do you want to hear Brendan's opinion on Trump? Of course you do. You want to hear Brendan's opinion on the attempted assassination of Trump? Of course you want to hear it. Of course you do. So let's scoot over to 2:45 and hear Brendan's half the press opinion on the assassination of Big Donnie.
He's running with it, dude, getting a reaction out of it. Yeah, and then someone sent me that picture, that epic picture.
By the way, I despise this from him. And other locals. They all do this. And I didn't see the thing. I don't know. I didn't see. Somebody sent it to me. As if they're like, I guess it's a way to sound like you're a big dog. Like you're important. Somebody sent it to me. What, you mean the most monumental fucking event to happen in history, in modern history, in a long, long time? Yes, you get assassination attempts on, other world leaders from other parts of the world. But when's the last time a fucking world leader, especially in the West, especially an American president, was ever attempted to assassinate that way? Especially not ones that they fault, but a one like that where the bullet whizzes past his head. Someone had to send that to you. For you to see it first. So annoying.
I mean, in my lifetime, the most, no matter if you're left or right, that is the most unreal picture you've ever seen. I thought it was Photoshop. I'm like, this thing, come on. Have you seen the one?
You thought the picture was Photoshop? I don't know about you, but I heard about the news of him getting shot first, or, the bullet grazing his ear, before I saw the picture. Most people, I think, would, oh shit, did you hear? What? Trump got shot. Really? You look at it, and then you see the video, then you see the picture. You don't, anyway, whatever.
Of the guy that took it, I mean, the guy's, it's going to be a classic picture, but it shows the actual bullet.
Oh, yeah,
going
buzzing by his head, yeah.
They said it was like a 1 in a fucking billion shot that he got, but and they're like, I can't believe they did it in one shot. I'm like, oh, you don't know how cameras work. It's the
You don't know how cameras work. I love this guy. Just tell the story. Why do you have to try and pretend like you know things that you don't know about, or that you know things that you just found out today? Because most likely he saw the Instagram post that's going around now, I think from New York Times, about the photographer, because I feel the photographer's from the New York Times, and he describes how he took the picture. Because I read the article yesterday, I think, or maybe today. I read the article, but I bet you there's probably an Instagram graphic about it that summarizes the article and probably says, oh, this photographer breaks down how he got this amazing shot where you see the bullet whizzing past his ear. And obviously, you know, common sense would be he's just holding down the shutter speed. He's just holding down the shutter button of his camera. And most likely he has it on the highest setting so that it can take as many pictures as possible. And he was just fortunate and very on point to do it at the time the shooting was happened, and he caught it. But he probably learned about it like we all did yesterday. But he's acting like, oh, he's always known how to fucking capture a flying bullet with an SLR. I've always known this. I've always known. How could you not know? So, bro, you found out when we found out. Why not just be humble and have a bit of humility? It's not a big point. Like, these little things I recognize in him. I've seen him, friends growing up, like this inability just to be like, we've all experienced this together, but you still have to one-up us. Oh, yeah, you don't know how cameras work. It's like, bruh, we all don't know how cameras work. None of us are photographers. None of us. We don't know. We don't know how to take pictures in war zones or at fucking rallies and stuff where somebody's about to get, attempted assassination. We don't know. I'm sorry. We'll find this out in real time.
Bullet.
Oh, yeah,
going
buzzing by his head, yeah.
They said it was like a 1 in a fucking billion shot that he got, and they're like, I can't believe they did it in one shot. I'm like, oh, you don't know how cameras work. It's the shutter speed. He probably just going...
It's the shutter speed. When's the last time you heard Brendan say the words shutter speed? He read the fucking things. The same article we're all reading, he's reading, but he's acting as if he knew. Like, why? Why? Why don't you just say, oh my God, I heard that allegedly, just the shutter speed. That's how he knows a reader. He has to make the sound so you can. That's like a redacted tendency. The shutter speed.
We did it in one shot. I'm like, oh, you don't know how cameras work. It's the shutter speed. He probably just going, a fucking million miles an hour, and they got that one. It's wild, dude. And if he didn't turn his head, have you seen the...
I love how he's like a big kid, in it. If he didn't turn his head, and he was like, and I was like, he's definitely that type of guy who doesn't know his size and how big he is in school, that'd be telling you about fights they've had, and it'd be kind of bullying you at the same time. You guys know in the stream chat, right? Those guys in school who'd be like telling you a story about some mythical fight they had, but also using it as a chance to kind of roughhouse you and bully you and kind of fuck around with and put their fan in your face. Oh yeah, and I had it like that. And it's like, bro, you don't have to like demonstrate to me like physically, like just say it in words. Use your words. Yeah, and I was like, what's that?
One. It's wild, dude. And if he didn't turn his head, have you seen the analytics? If he didn't turn his head.
Have you seen the analytics? Have you seen the analytics? The analytics. What?
Dude. And if he didn't turn his head, have you seen the analytics? If he didn't turn his head, it would hit him right in the brain piece.
In the brain. If he didn't see the analytics. Really, my guy. Oh, man. Honestly, every time I do these streams, whoever is out there who struggles with self-confidence and has imposter syndrome, I know Brendan comes from a rich family. That doesn't matter. The fact that he's been able to make it in what field that he's in, please look at him as an example. You can do it too. In whatever field that you are, just work hard. Just keep your head down, work hard. You can do it too, bro. Big up, big up, big up.
You don't know how cameras work, or really, Baba?
Exactly.
Tell us how they work and share your knowledge of the laws of optics.
Exactly. The law of optics is Exactly. Please tell us. Please, oh photographer God. Please, oh photographer Father, imbue in us all the information you know about how Canon SLRs and Sony SLRs work. Please tell us how lenses work. Please tell us how flashes work. Please, please, please tell us about ISO. Please tell us. Please. We need it. We need it. Oh, I'll be honest with Casey.
Just, I mean, insane. You got to stay off social media right now. It's just all this weird news,
Social
all
media.
this stuff.
Social.
I'm sure me and Brian get into it on Firing the
Social
Kid,
media.
and I'll probably defend the Secret Service or some shit. You know, I'm like, stuff happens. It's like, bro, figure it out, man. Figure it out.
Oh, by the way, how do you guys say the word incompetence? How do you guys say the word incompetence? Say it in your head. Cool.
Just incompetent, sure.
One more time.
Figure it out, man. Figure it out. Just incompetent, sure.
What? It was like he's saying Ray Kump. Incompetence. What? Is that the name of Ray Kump's? Is that the name of Ray Kump's podcast?
Oh, figure it out, man. Figure it out. Just incompetent, sure.
Incompetence. You know what's funny about that word? He's probably heard it for the first time now during this coverage. It's probably the first time he's heard that word, so he's struggling to say it. By the end of the week, you'll probably figure it out. By the end of the week, you'll probably figure out. You'll probably figure out incompetence. He'll probably figure out how to pronounce it properly. But he just heard it for the first time now. Yeah, exactly. Red and C. Exactly. Incompetence. One more time.
Oh, figure it out, man. Figure it out. Just incompetent, sure.
Incompetence.
What should scare you is whether you're left or right, middle, whatever you are. This should scare you. That someone
Left or right or middle.
was able to do this.
Political. I can't wait until he gets political, by the way. That's going to end up happening when he starts talking about it way more. It's going to be so funny. Whether you're right, left, or middle.
You know, it's scary, man. Crazy times right now. Scary, scary stuff. Scary stuff. You ever seen what with Reagan? What happened after the assassination attempt on him failed? You ever seen what happened?
Yes, we've all seen the same video on social media. We've all seen the same video on social media. We all saw that because everyone shared it. I like how he's acting like he knew, like he's such a liar. Oh my God, it's so good. We've all seen the same video on the same social media feed because this, honestly, have you ever seen, like, as if he's a Reagan historian and he's always known this. I love him so much.
I mean, history shows. I mean, destroys in the polls.
History shows. Could he name another world leader that was that survived an assassination, who then went on to win the polls by a majority? Can he name one? I bet he can't. I bet he couldn't even name all your fucking presidents, let alone name world leaders who survived assassination attempts and then went on to crush it in the fucking election. Come on, bro. Who you kidding?
People just rally around it.
Oh, yeah.
So, good chance that happens. Wild, dude. Wild. This being textbooks with it, for the kiddos in high schools. Like, this is that classic picture. I can't believe we're living through this. It is insane.
Oh, you know what I thought he was going to say? We went to say, you know what I thought he was going to say there? I thought he was going to go into that Rogan thing. You heard, because you heard Rogan. Rogan's got this new bit now where he's like, oh my God, Living in the Real World is the best TV series. This season of real life is so, he's got that, whatever. It's Rogan, isn't it? He's got this little spiel though. I thought Brennan was going to say that. Oh my God, it's so crazy right now. Honestly, HBO couldn't write this. Ugh.
And incompetence, I mean.
Oh, we got it again.
We're living through this. It is insane. And incompetence, I mean.
Competence.
Sure, there's that. I'm sure there's that. But if you talk to anybody that's in that arena.
Who do we talk to? Who did you talk to? Or do you just see interviews with former Navy SEALs, snipers, Marines, Army dudes talking like we all did. Why is he acting like he saw something? Like, who are you speaking to? God, I don't know why he's like this, man.
Special forces, sniper, stuff like that. They're like, dude, they know obviously Trump plans out where he's gonna campaign. They plan it out like a year in advance, months in advance. He's like, snipers and the Secret Service go out there months before, and they dictate which is the high probability of a shooter, and they shut it all down. He's like, so in confidence, he's like, I
what? Now he says confidence. What was that one?
Ability of a shooter, and they shut it all down. He's like, so in confidence, he's like, I know a lot of those guys that deal with this thing. They're like, that's just too easy of an out. Like, there has to be an inside job. Like, there's and none of it makes any sense. Who knows, man? Wild times. Wow.
To be fair, there is a possibility that it was an inside job, that they did get some sort of stand down orders, because there is a picture or there's a video of that sniper that clearly has a drop on the guy, and he doesn't take the shot until the guy takes the first shot, then he takes a shot. And obviously they neutralize him. But it's also very possible, the same way that we saw those, is it Navalny? What was that place in America where there was that unfortunate, very tragic school shooting, and all the police officers didn't run inside the police. The police officers didn't run into the school to stop the school shooter. They were too scared. I could see a situation where the cops there were just like eating donuts and not listening. Even if people tell them, hey, there's someone there, they're like, shut up. I could see that being the case as well. I could see it being an incompetence thing, and it being just lazy people. Same with that. Yeah, is it Navalny? Uvalde, I think Texas, yeah? I can see it being that. It's possible. It's possible. But because that guy was on the white roof wearing like dark camo clothing with long hair and a fucking rifle in his hand, come on, bro. And from the video that I saw, there's a guy you get the video of his from his eyesight, and legit, you can see the guy. If you like put your head up like this and you're tall, you can see him on the roof. So you can see him from the it's like, come on, man. Come on. Somebody tried to take him out. Somebody tried to take him out. Somebody tried to take him out. Which was a dumb move, by the way, because if he would have got taken out, the country would have exploded. His fans who love him are never got, I don't know. The logic behind taking him out doesn't make sense. MAGA people, you're never going to talk sense into MAGA people, or whatever sense you want to talk into them. They love him. They love MAGA. They love it. Like, you're never going to dissuade them from that stance. So taking him out won't actually do what you think it's going to do. Like, it really is going to have the opposite effect. It actually would be a negative all around. You're probably better off just like biting if you're a Democrat and you hate Trump so much, just grin and bite your teeth and let him do his fucking terms, man. It's not that bad. Getting him murked on stage like that while he's giving a fucking speech talking about immigration and talking about closing the borders and bringing back jobs and shit, that is not a good idea. I don't think so. I don't know much about politics. It's not my country. I'm not getting involved. But I don't think murking somebody like that, who half the country are fans of, or who half the country, it's just like, I don't know. I don't think it's a smart choice. But hey, what do I know? Moving on. Bappa talks about the new JRE cast. There's going to be a new JRE fight companion happening soon. Every time we keep thinking that Brendan has fallen out with Rogan and they're no longer friends, he keeps popping up on JRE as a guest on their fight companion thing, which I think is kind of cruel, personally, because I am of the feeling that Joe Rogan and Brendan's friendship isn't what it once was. I don't care what these guys say on pods and how they act and shit. You can tell from I don't care what they say. You can tell by how they act when they're together that they don't talk as much as they used to. It's not the same. Maybe because of the Kalila thing, the Bobby Lee thing, the Annie Lederman thing, or just generally Brendan being a redact, we don't know, or the Dana White thing, who knows. But for sure, their relationship isn't the same anymore. But I think it's kind of cruel for Joe because he keeps Brendan around as a friend, quote unquote, but Brendan's never performed at Comedy Mothership. He doesn't come on Rogan as much as he used to. And he's clearly not in that inside group of comedians anymore, because there's a theory to be had. if Rogan would have booked Brendan at the Comedy Mothership, just giving him a charity gig, like, here, your friend, here, just take it. There's a chance that he doesn't quit stand-up. There's a chance. He probably quit stand-up because it was going downhill and there was no turning it around. But if Rogan would have gave him another bit of charity on top of what he already did for him, giving him his career, giving him his livelihood that he has now, everything he gave him, if he would have given him one more thing and gave him a second chance at a career, there's a chance he doesn't quit stand-up comedy. So I think it's kind of cruel to keep somebody around just for optics, because I could imagine Rogan being the type of person who knows that if he cuts off Brendan and it's very public, he knows people like myself, we're going to run with it and it's going to get way more hate. So maybe just keep him around just to kind of like stave the hate and stuff. It's like, bro, you clearly guys aren't friends. Like, why are you even getting him around? So I don't know. I find it kind of mean. Every comedian that goes to Texas has the tour of the Comedy Mothership. They post pictures or videos of themselves at Mitzi's bar, hanging out and shit. Only him and Brian Callen don't do that. Whenever they go to Rogan and to do the fight companion, they just go and come back home. They don't hang out. They don't go to the comedy clubs. They don't have the picture in the green room, you know, shucking and jiving. It's kind of mean. It's kind of mean. Anyway, let's continue.
Myself for that fantastic card. Leon Edwards, Bilal Muhammad, I can't wait for. Tommy Aspinall, Curtis Blades, King Green, also known as Bobby Green, a.k.a. Bobby Green, but we call him King Green.
Thanks for letting us
Patty
know.
Pimlet,
Okay.
Muhammad, Cape, Arnold Allen, Giga, Daniel Wood, Molly McCann. God, man, Molly, it's been tough on her. At least they gave her a good matchup this time. Rest of the card, you know, some up-and-comers on there. Christian Leroy's a savage. Take my money. RoboCop's in some trouble in that fight. Sean O'Bannon, yeah, tasty card, dude. Tasty freaking card. But yeah, there will be a JRE fight companion for that. And that's at, it's at 7 o'clock Pacific time. Those poor fighters over there in Manchester and the whole crowd. UFC just like, what can you do? we kind of...
Oh, you just said the lineup. Sorry. 1 second. You didn't say the lineup on here.
Crazy. Let's talk about some fisticuffs, so enough of this gossip. I'll tell you what's going to be crazy when Trump walks out the next UFC pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah.
He might walk out on a fight night. I don't think he's going to fly to England and walk out for that big UFC going down to Manchester. That's next Saturday. I will be doing a not Calabasas, Jesus. I will be doing a JRE fight companion with Gordon Ryan and Tony Hinchcliffe and Mr. Joe Rogan, myself, for that.
Interesting lineup, isn't it? Tony Hinchcliffe, Brendan Schwab, Gordon Ryan, and Joseph Rogan. Wild lineup of people, isn't it? Some people say that Gordon Ryan is like BJJ Brendan, basically. He's got the same thing going on as well. I think he's got like a truck giveaway going on, but just how they act and how they speak and how they go on, essentially. So it's Gordon Ryan, Tony Hinchcliffe, Rogan, and Brendan for the next fight companion. Very interesting. I'm curious to see what the vibes are. Very interested to see there's no Brian Callen. So I wonder, is it because Brian Callen's going on a family vacation to fucking, to Israel or something? Is Brian going on vacation to Israel with his father and his family, or is he on tour? Or did Rogan give him the boot? And Eddie Bravo hasn't been around in a while as well. I get the feeling Eddie's not the biggest fan of Brendan. I'm not too sure. But interesting lineup of people. Very interesting lineup of people. Very interesting lineup of people. Very interesting lineup of people. So let's see. Let's see how it goes on. Brendan always says he's best friends with Gordon Ryan, isn't it? He always talks about him like they're best buds. So I'm curious to see what their dynamic is like, because he talks about Gordon Ryan like they're like bros. But I don't know. Let's see. Let's see Wagwan. Let's see Wagwan. Let's see Wagwan.
Fantastic card. Leon Edwards, Bilal Muhammad, I can't wait for. Tommy Aspinall, Curtis Blades,
Tommy Aspinall,
King Green, also known as Bobby Green, a.k.a. Bobby Green, but we call him King Green. Patty Pimlet.
We call him Green because that's money and weed. Honestly, this guy. Next one. Papa says the truck giveaway is not a scam. He says a truck giveaway is not a scam, okay? You guys who think it's a scam are incorrect. It's not a scam.
All right, so check this out. Dustin Poirier was on Ariel's show, and he mentioned how, like, you know, he did the auction for his shorts, fight shorts and stuff, and someone fell out, and then Khabib actually was going to do it, or he's going to buy it. And then since that happened, Conor McGregor started tweeting a bunch about...
That boy's wild.
Yeah, about Dustin's foundation being a scam.
I love him, but he's wild, dude. Scammers, him and his wife, scammers. Buy the shorts that he quit in the most important fight of his life. Scammers, him and his wife, scammers. Broke scammer alert. But how's it a scam?
I don't know.
That's a new thing. Like, you know, on my giveaway truck, people are like, oh, this thing's a scam. It's like, how? There has to, you got to come up with something more creative than that. If you're going to.
It's not about... I love how he thinks the hate is never justified and it's always just hate for hating's sake. Most people think it's a scam because of his track record. And the track record we have on file is that one giveaway that he did about the training at the gym. I think some of you guys remember that. I think it was like training at Zoo Culture Gym. When BGL was around, there was some sort of thing. I think it might have been for the launch of Thick Boy channel. I think so. Let Thick Boy get to a certain level of subscribers, subscribe to the channel on Thick Boy, like the videos, and we're going to pick one lucky viewer to fly out and train with us. I think it was around the time when Brendan, BGL, and Chappelle were training at Zoo Culture. So the thing happens, and if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I've been around for a while. My law is a bit patchy, but I've been around. If I'm not mistaken, the winner that they announced not only lived in the California area, also happened to be an aspiring actor / comedian person or some sort of influencer. I remember that being the case. So, and they tried to play it off like that guy was a fan of T-Fat K. And I'm not going to lie, I don't like it when I do this sort of stuff, but judging by his appearance and judging by what most T-Fat K listeners look like, I don't think that kid has ever listened to an episode of The Fighter and the Kid. But they tried to make it seem like it was. So they lied about that. So if they lied about that, I'm thinking, with my logical brain, if you lied once about a giveaway, it's pretty likely you can do it again. And the whole mechanism of this truck giveaway, to me, doesn't make sense. Because the merch he's selling, no matter how much, he can't sell enough merch to equal the price of that car. He's not famous enough. If this is Travis Scott, it's a different thing. If Travis Scott was to give away a Lamborghini Urus and he was to sell Cactus Jack merch on his store, limited edition, I could see him raising enough money through sales of his merch on his website that would equal however much the Lamborghini Urus he's giving away is. But Brendan doesn't have that kind of pull. He couldn't sell out comedy clubs. That's why he quit comedy. He couldn't sell 50-seat comedy clubs, 50 to 100 seats, regular comedy clubs. He couldn't sell them out. That's why when the going got tough, I think somebody mentioned, I think Chris Mack, like a true rich boy, he quit. He couldn't handle it. He doesn't really love comedy. He was only in it for the money. So he quit straight away. So if he can't sell 50 tickets to a comedy club on a weekend, are you telling me he can sell merch that would equal the cost of whatever it was to redo that fucking truck? New interior, suspension, tires, wheels, maybe something done with the engine, all that stuff. You think he could equal? Of course not. That's why it's a scam. Because why are you like, what, you know what I mean? It's obviously a scam. And then when the winner gets announced, let's see, maybe there's a thinking, maybe, this is possible, hear me out. Maybe, because so many people are saying this is a scam, maybe he might pull an okie dokie on us and actually select a legit winner. Because there's so much scrutiny on this, like, especially if you go on the Fighter and the Kid subreddit. The Fighter and the Kid subreddit guys are going hard with this like scam narrative. And they're literally like investigating, reading through all the terms and conditions, line by line, making sure everything's kosher. They're talking to the fucking chatbot and then talking to the customer service reps who are basically doing the back end of the charity thing and of the auction, of whatever it is, and trying to get information. So maybe he's seeing all that and they're getting nervous. They don't want to get exposed. They don't want to end up on a Coffee Ceiling video. So maybe because of all that all those eyes on them, maybe they might get nervous. Maybe they might get nervous and decide, you know what? Let's actually make this a legit giveaway. Let's actually give away from legitimately. Sorry, that might be possible. I can see that being possible too. That is also possible. So let's see. But we're right to say it's a scam. I don't feel bad to say it's a scam because he's got a track record of scamming people, personally, or lying about what happened and how it happened. That's something he does all the time. So if you're a pathological liar, I know it might upset you that people think you're scamming, but stop lying, innit? And people won't think you're scamming.
I hate that doesn't work. Like this scam. So if Khabib saves the day and donates all the money,
and it's helping all these
he gives
people,
it a charity, that's a scam.
No, but anyway. Whatever. It's Brendan. You can't overanalyze this stuff. Next, this is the best piece of the video. This is Brendan going in on Alistair Overeem. So I'm sure some of you guys know. Are some of you guys aware of what Alistair Overeem has said about his daughter on social media? I'm sure some of you guys have heard, right? Let me see if I can just get up on my phone here so I don't have to plug it on my fucking laptop. Let's see. Is it Overeem? Let's see if I can get the clip up on here. Bear with me a second. Like the stream if you're enjoying the stream as well. Please like the stream. Please like the stream if you're enjoying the stream. Please like the stream. Don't be greedy. Like the fucking stream. Please like the stream. So there's a clip from the podcast that Brennan was on previously that features Alistair Overeem talking about his daughter and how his daughter is trans now and he doesn't like it, right? Or, I don't know, identified as non-binary, something around those like realms, and he doesn't like it. And he says some very strong words about the whole thing. Very unfortunate what he had to say, but Brendan weighs in pretty heavily about it. So I'm going to play the clip for you of what Alistair Overeem says, and then we're going to go to what Brendan says, and then I'm going to bounce for a bit before my Taz show premieres. And I might actually go to the gym. Then I'll come back after and do part 2 of this, okay? Cool. So like the stream if you're enjoying what you're seeing, please. Like the stream. Don't be stingy. Like the stream. Do me a flipping favor and like the stream, okay? Like the fucking stream. So, let's get the video up on here so you can see what I'm talking about. So this is the video from the podcast. What's the name of the podcast? Jackson Podcast, right? Jackson Podcast. Alistair Overeem is guest, and he's talking about his daughter and how he feels like the woke left have brainwashed his daughter into identifying as he. And then we're going to play Brendan Schaub's response, okay? Cool. Let me put up on the screen here. Boom. There we go. There we go. There's Reem. There's Reem there, right? You see Reem. You see Reem, right? You see Reem.
I have 3 girls.
Oh, you have 3 girls?
Yeah, 3 girls. Yeah.
Girl dad.
The problem with the oldest, though, she thinks that he's my son.
she's training?
She's, actually, yes. We're now going to train a little bit, but she's all into this woke nonsense. Are you familiar with woke? Yeah. This coming from? If it was not sad, it would be happier. Funny, actually.
You said you said she thinks she's a man?
She thinks he's a man.
Like a real man? Like, are we talking like...
Yes. Because...
That's wokeness.
Okay, so why? Addicted to her phone. She's being brainwashed, basically, 6, 7, 8 hours a day. How you feel you are, that you can be what you want to be.
Where is she based? Miami? Netherlands. What does she do?
Wait, you're talking about woke, like society?
Yeah, woke bullshit. This extremist left.
She thinks she's a he. That is as woke as it becomes.
This social media changed the world, bro.
That's like, but it's.
But as a father, obviously you have love no matter what. But do you sit down and say, like, what direction, or how do you handle that as a father?
Well, patience, compassion.
Okay.
Learning in that department, right? But I'm not gonna call her a he. That's just not. Okay. You know, I'm a fighter.
Yeah.
I will always fight. I'm not gonna go into this. I just don't believe that.
Yeah.
So I can respect you. I can.
Jesus.
But I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna.
Yeah. But as a father, you don't lose the love at all. You're still there no matter what to talk, to lean on.
Yeah, because I think we should not let go. If you let go, lost, right?
Of course.
Need to actually as close as possible. Maybe that was the problem in the first place because I'm in the States. I'm fighting. I'm doing my thing. She's in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Here's the phone. Here's the because I remember she was 4 when I looked at her and she was too much on the tablet. And I told the mother she's too much on the tablet. We need to do something about it. And they're probably thinking, yeah, you're...
Yo, big up.
Big up, chat, big up, Oz.
Yes, big up. Appreciate you. Omar Ramos, appreciate you, my G. Appreciate you. Salute, wherever you are. Big up Shades Cow. I see you.
Thanks for making my day easier. I need to not be stingy and help my fellow Africans.
Yeah. African. No Africans, by the way. We're Africans. We're the, you know. Africans, no Africans. You know. Big up my guy, Shades Cow. Let's finish this.
Over there doing your thing. So the tablet, and now this is the result.
So, you saw what Alice Overeem had to say there. Pretty wild shit to say about your kid online on the live stream, right? Pretty wild thing to say about your kid on the live stream. Clearly pretty wild. But you're going to be interested to hear Brendan's response to this, actually. It's very, very interesting, Brendan's response. Let me get it up on here. Where is it? Bear with me a second here. There we go. Boom. So this is Brendan's response. Hear Brendan's response about the situation. Very interesting how he responds to this and how he, interprets the situation. Because you'd imagine maybe to have some sympathy for how Alice Overeem feels. Or maybe for his, not for how he feels, maybe for his parenting style. But because Brendan's on this whole, I'm a beast of a dad thing now, wave, this new arc, this new saga he's on, he sees any other dad that does stuff like that as an opportunity to dunk on them and show how much of a good dad he is. So it's really funny how he sees it. Honestly, really, really funny. Really funny.
And he mentioned something like,
he has a trans daughter.
Yeah, he has a daughter, but he's like,
even if you feel that way. So basically, he said, and this is where it gets dicey. So he says, I think he has 3 kids, and he goes, I have a trans daughter. I blame the tablet. He goes, because I wasn't there, and I'd come back. And
so you know about all this then?
Yeah. Come on.
I don't know.
It's my job, Daddy. So he would.
You know what's funny about this? Him getting a little bit. This is the thing. Maybe it's a narcissism thing. Maybe it's been thin-skinned. But it's wild how his brain works. So in that interaction, he gets offended that Chin is surprised that he knows all the details of what Alistair Overeem said in that interview. Chin's not saying that to be mean. Chin is saying that because the very nature of the Schaub show, Chin researches topics for current events at the end that are MMA related, and he just fires them at Brendan, hoping that he knows about them or that he has he's maybe seen it on social, and then he can read through it in detail and Brendan can give his opinion. The whole premise of the show is that Brendan doesn't know much about the topics, so he can give you his raw, unfiltered, off the cuff, opinion. That's basically the nature of the show. That's the balance of it. That other white guy does the switching, and Chin sits on the computer on the laptop with the news stories on tabs and goes through them. But he's so thin-skinned, he gets offended a little bit and insulted at the inclination that he doesn't research the stories. Because he doesn't. Maybe he'll have a hot take and you repeat it from what Luke Thomas said, but for the most part, he doesn't really know what's going on. So he gets kind of offended. It's really funny how he got offended there. Really dumb.
And this is where it gets dicey. So he says, I think he has 3 kids, and he goes, I have a trans daughter. I blame the tablet. He goes, because I wasn't there, and I'd come back. And
so you know about all this then?
Yeah. Come on.
I don't know.
It's my job, Daddy. So he would say, he's on the Jackson podcast, and he's like, they're like, you have 3 kids? Like, yeah, and one of them's woke. And it's like, I don't know if I'd say that's woke. And he was like, because she was always on the tablet. So now she is transitioned to a he.
She calls himself a man.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not too sure if Chin graduated high school. I swear to God, I'm not too sure if Chin graduated high school.
His transition to a he.
She calls himself a man.
I'm not sure that this man has graduated high school. I swear to God, she calls himself a man. He's so dumb. He's so fucking dumb. She calls herself a man.
Yes.
Yeah.
My thing with all this, as a parent, as a fighter, I get the frustration of Alistair, right? It's a tough.
By the way, it's not the fighter. Again, he's putting distance into this and trying to make himself sound better than Alistair Overeem. It's not about the comparison to a fighter. He should compare it to a comedian, because the fighting thing, he didn't have kids, I think, during his fighting career. I'm certain. I think he had kids after. But the fighting thing isn't a good example. He should compare it to comedy, because what Alistair Overeem's basically saying in a roundabout way, he wasn't around. He was out fighting in all these different leagues around the world, doing his thing, becoming champion, losing the belt, knockouts, getting knocked down, whatever. And he feels like the time he spent away being Alistair Overeem is what led his daughter to become trans. That's what he's saying. Brendan should identify with that a little bit because of his short-lived career as a stand-up comedian, where he spent a lot of time away from home and he ran into some marital issues and some family issues. But because he wants to look like a beast of a dad, he won't be that honest and that open and make that point. Instead, he'll just act like you get on his high horse because he's been playing baseball with his kid for the last 6 months and pretend like he was always there when he wasn't.
You don't want that. You don't wish that upon anybody. Like, if they were born that way and wired that way, it's not the tablet, so it's not good. I can see how Alistair feels that way, but what you don't do is go on a big podcast and talk about it that way. That's what you don't do.
So you keep it in private. You keep your bigoted, homophobic opinions to your household. That's what you do. You call your child a bunch of slurs under your roof, but you don't do it on a podcast. That's what you should do. Just do it at home. Don't do it in public.
Because I would assume his daughter, that's now,
I think it's his oldest daughter, right? So
yeah, I would assume he. I'm not trying to disrespect.
He.
Back, but I assume he feels.
Is that the name? Is that the daughter's new name? He.
I'm not trying to disrespect, but I assume he feels isolated already from her dad, and he goes on a public platform and says that, bud, you're not helping anybody here.
Here we go. Beats
that poor girl guy. It's awful.
Girl guy, he girl guy. Girl guy, he. What's your name? He girl guy.
It's not good. And the key there too, like being a parent. I'll tell you this: being a parent is the toughest job in the world if you're a good parent.
What does that even mean? That's something that he's seen on like a TikTok video, isn't it? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Being a good parent is only hard if you want to be a good... What? What is that? Exactly, Coyle. That is some counseling fucking tidbit. Like, what is that?
It's the toughest job in the world if you're a good parent and you're present. It takes a lot of work, man. And it's...
I love how he's just discovering how hard it is to actually look after, raise, and be present for your family. I love how he's just realizing this.
24/7. So when people go, parenting's easy. You're not doing.
No one said that. No one's ever said parenting's easy. Maybe the people that, because I agree with Bill Burr, there is a lot of like doom mongering within the parent community. There's a lot of doom mongering. Oh, these years are troubled. Always negativity. It's like the wife chat. Like guys that have, I hate personally, I hate it. I hate dudes who talk about their wives or girlfriends negatively. It's like, pisses me off. Oh, the old ball and chain, the old dude. Shut up, bro. If this person's a ball and chain, leave them. Unshackle yourself. This being the way you talk about your partner is annoying. Like, go away. That's not like a manly thing. Like, just love the partner or don't. Like, fuck off. So most people, obviously, overly negative about their kids, but no one's ever said it's easy.
Doing it right. You're not doing it, man. It's tough if you're present and you give a fuck. You know? So when he's like, she's always on the tablet, well, you're the dad. And he alluded to, you know, I was in America doing my thing. Hold on. If I'm Bear.
Big up Andrew.
Haired it both ways, B.
I love how it said it as well. I love how it said it, haired. I love how it pronounced it. I love it. The TTS actually said haired. Haired it both ways. Big up Andrew. Both. I love it. Big up Andrew.
Bear there, who's the host. I love Bear. I don't want. You keep just kind of breezing over doing my thing. You run around doing my thing. What's doing my thing? You mean not being a dad, not being present, and now you're upset she's always on the tablet?
I don't like this. I don't like this snitching. I don't like this snitching that he's doing, because he's alluding to the fact that that little thing that Alistair Overeem said was a throwaway thing. He said fighting, with whatever he said, right? Doing my thing. He didn't say it. Do my thing like I was out there fucking, but Brendan is making it seem like Alistair Overeem said I was out there sucking and fucking. I don't like that. You have to keep some honor amongst cheaters. There has to be some brotherhood amongst it. Now that you've become a good dad, you can't sound now like snitching. No. You were in the field with me. You were going to these whorehouses with me. You were going to rub and tugs with me. You were smashing all these chuckle fuckers with me. Don't now change your tune and start snitching. Don't snitch.
That's on you, bud. That's on you. Now you're upset that she has these woke ideology, you know? Hey, that's on you, bud.
How do you pronounce ideology again? How do you pronounce ideology? Hold on. How did he try to pronounce ideology?
Ideology, you know?
Oh, fucking hell, bro. I'm starting to think he has a speech impediment. That was it's like you were swallowing something.
Now you're upset that she has these woke ideology, you know? Hey, that's on you, bud.
He thinks it's coming from the woke stuff that she sees on the, or he sees. I don't know.
No, you got to take accountability. You weren't there, bud, and now you're upset the way it turned out.
I love how they're suggesting that the reason why this kid is trans is because the dad wasn't around. You can only be trans if you get on social media. What? The feed turns you gay. Is that what it is? What? Oh my god. Oh my brain, bro. Oh my brain. My brain. He actually thinks he's having a big brain discussion here as well. The feed turns you gay. The feed.
And he did say he doesn't address that person as a he just continues to call, you know, her whatever.
Very old school, right? Very, very old school from Amsterdam. I can understand that, how he feels that way.
Very old school from Amsterdam. Bro, what do you know about Amsterdam? And how they think? Very old school from Amsterdam. What do you know about that?
He's probably hurt. But bud, the work, you missed all the work. The ages from 1 to fucking 10, you missed all the work.
Didn't he miss all the work? Technically.
You missed the hardest part of the gig, bud. And now you're upset the way the results turned out?
Honestly, I love the suggestion that this kid is only trans because Alistair Overeem was a UFC fighter and couldn't be the male influence, the overbearing male influence, couldn't beat the gay out of this kid, couldn't beat the queer out of this kid. What?
That's on you, man. Take accountability. Don't breeze over going, doing my thing. The fuck does that mean? You mean not being present? I'd come home, and the mom would give her the tablet. Well, you're the dad. So if you weren't a fan of the tablet, which my kids don't get iPads for a reason, or have social media.
He doesn't give his kids social media because he doesn't want them to be gay. He's afraid Tiger might switch. So he doesn't have but he does have Instagram. If I'm not mistaken, somebody on the Friday Kids subreddit posted a screen grab of a profile. I think the mum set it up. I'm sure I've seen it for both kids as well. I think Boston and Tiger both have an Instagram. I'm pretty sure the mum set it up. I'm pretty sure they have one, and the mum posts like pretending it's the kid, like with the captions and shit. You know, like like those type of mums, very very spooky, sad shit. Like she posts like, "Oh my god, my mommy got me." Like I'm sure I've seen it. I'm sure I saw somebody post a screen grab of it on social. I was like, wow. So yeah, nah, I'm not putting it on my screen. I'm not putting some child's Instagram on my screen. You can do that in your own times, but I'm not putting a 10-year-old's Instagram on my screen. I refuse.
But if you weren't a fan of your kid having a tablet, which you're right, good job, do something about it. Don't go do your thing, as he said, in America.
Snitching.
Again, being a parent, some people are like, it's not too bad, man.
Snitching.
When I hear that, I'm like, oh, you're a bad dad. Oh, you're a bad dad. All good.
What? Hear what he said there?
As he said, in America. Again, being a parent, some people are like, it's not too bad, man.
So if a dad tells him being a parent isn't difficult, because he's one of those parents that complains. He's one of those parents that, oh my God, man, summer holidays, oh my God, school run, oh my God, football, like he complains about it. He's one of those complainers. So when he bumps into a regular dad who actually loves their kids and enjoys their company and doesn't complain and kind of likes hanging out with their kids, he's like, oh, you're a bad dad. What? Because I do my parenting different. Because I have a healthy relationship with my kid. Because we actually enjoy each other's company. Because I don't see them as like a time suck. I'm a bad parent.
Yeah, when I hear that, I'm like, oh, you're a bad dad. Oh, you're a bad dad. All good. Bad dad. Being a parent's the toughest job in the world if you're putting effort in. It's nonstop.
By the way, Brendan has only realized how hard it is to be a parent because he was never present, which is not a bad thing. I think it's a good thing that he's got to this place. But the way he's got to this place is because his comedy career failed. He couldn't sell tickets to comedy clubs. He couldn't sell out the Laugh Factory. And because he's not a true comedian, he doesn't really care about the craft. He doesn't really care about the art form. He only was in it to be famous and make money. As soon as he stopped making money, as soon as he stopped selling tickets, he quit. And now he has all the time in the world to hang out with his family. He has nothing else to do. He tried to do the whole car thing. That hasn't really worked out too tough. He doesn't really play sports anymore. He doesn't really work out as much as he did before in the past. Doesn't really roll or trade anymore either. So he's around the house a lot more. And now everybody's moved to Texas. He has nothing to do. So now he's invented this whole persona. Beast of a dad now. Before it was about being into fish, cycling, driving cars, whatever, running, going on his Peloton. He hasn't spoken about Peloton in a while. But now it's Beast of a Dad arc. And now he's, only because of the last, 18 months, maybe 2 years, he's been present since he's quit stand-up. Now he's lecturing people how to parent. Could you imagine? Could you imagine the temerity, the guts, the gumption, the brass neck? Because you've been present for 2 years. Now suddenly now, you feel like you have the place to tell people how to parent, or to look down upon them, or to judge them. When you were doing the exact same thing. In this situation, he should have some sympathy for Alistair Overeem. I know Alistair Overeem sounds like a fucking bigot. I know Alistair Overeem sounds like a fucking homophobe. But he should have some sympathy for Alistair Overeem's way of thinking or how he got there because of his touring, being a famous UFC fighter, MMA fighter thing, because of his stand-up thing. Because he's admitted himself that he cheated on his wife because of the stand-up career and stuff. But he's judging and pointing and looking down on him. Pretty sickening, to be fair.
It's nonstop, man. Even if you have great kids, it's a lot of work, dude. If you give a fuck. So he has to take accountability. You're mad at what happened with the end result, but you weren't around to help that kid out. Try and figure out the feelings. Maybe there were signs. You weren't around. You were doing your thing. Take accountability, man. That's on you. And also, maybe, she's trans. She said identifies as trans, identifies as a he, but it's not 1999. If that's the way the kid feels, and that's where she's at right now, you gotta embrace it, man. That's what it is. But you going on a public platform and degrading him and saying, "Oh, I just don't get down with that." But it's not about you, bud. It's about that kid.
He's right there. That's a good point.
Think how he feels. Think how he's feeling right now. His dad's Alistair Overeem went on a podcast, said, I refuse to call him he. It's not up to you, dude. You should have laid the groundwork years ago.
Then he fucks it up. Then he fucks it up. You should have laid the groundwork years ago. What? The groundwork for what? The groundwork to make sure your kid doesn't turn out trans. I thought it was inside them. What? Honestly, this guy, the more he talks, the more... No wonder Rogan said he needs a handler. You should have laid the groundwork to prevent your kid from being queer. You should have... Like, what? You should have laid the ground... Exactly, John Smith. Sorry, but you should have been more like me. Look at my kids, all killers. Look at my babies, all killers. Honestly, Brendan's the best, bro. He's so out of his league in these conversations. Is brilliant. I love it.
But to use your exact phrase, I was doing my thing. The fuck out of here. And I like Alistair Overeem.
Ooh, get the fuck out of here. I love how he says this kind of thing. Get the fuck out of here. But I like him. He's a good guy. No, you don't, bro. You don't like him. You're saying some mad things about him.
It's a
legend.
Super complicated.
It's not complicated, Chin. It's not complicated. It's
oh, they're getting touchy now.
It's not. It's not complicated because that's what it is. What makes it complicated is you not accepting the fact and taking accountability. You weren't there as a dad, and now you're upset the way that kid turned out.
I get what he's meaning, but he's making it sound like if Alistair Overeem was around, that kid wouldn't have turned out the way they turned out, which is an insane thing to say. An insane thing to say.
That's bullshit. And now you're isolating that kid even more. It's a tough... We can say all we want. Gay Pride Month in June, transgender this, we loud and proud. I'm all cool. Do your thing. Do your thing. But anybody that chooses that life or was born in that body and
chooses that, see? He said chooses that life, not born that way. He doesn't believe you can be born that way. He says chooses that life, which is wild. Don't get me wrong. On the left-hand side, there are some people who are very, I would say deluded, but very naive to think that social media, for some portion, very small portion of the population, could have an influence into what their sexual orientation is or which way they swing. That could. But for the majority of people, you are born that way. I know for some people it's hard for them to kind of figure it out and get their minds around it. But no amount of throwing a ball to your boy is going to stop him if he ends up being gay. It's not going to prevent that. You can't force your kid to be straight. It doesn't work that way. I swear to God it doesn't. You know, you can have your preference. Cool. Have your preference. It might not be a politically correct thing to say. You might get stones thrown at you, but you can have your preference of what you prefer. But you don't force your kid to be straight because you made him play with fucking trucks. Because, oh my God. Oh my God. I just realized something. Brendan takes his kids to those car shows. Is that why he takes them there? Is that why Brendan takes his kids to those car shows? Oh my God. He's been taking his kids to those car shows for a while. He's trying to make sure they don't be gay. Don't be gay. Don't be gay. And he opens their eyes, look at a Lamborghini. Look at a Ferrari. Stare at it. Stare at it. Oh my God, he's so insane. That type of thinking is wild. He legitimately takes his kids to car shows because he wants to make sure they don't end up gay. Wow. Oh, we're a Porsche family, okay? Porsches equal straight. We're a Porsche family, okay? Porsche, okay? When I tell you, only straight people drive Ferraris, big up NJ.
Kids be on their damn phones versus epidemic of fatherlessness.
Exactly.
Two of the hackiest bits ever devised.
Yeah, exactly.
They deserve each other.
Exactly.
Feel bad for their kids.
Exactly. It also explains... Big up NJ Ranger. What's that saying about the company you keep? It's no surprise. I think somebody made a point in the stream chat. I forgot who's made a point, so please forgive me. I'm parroting what you said. But I also thought about it now. It's actually no surprise that they're all friends, isn't it? It's no surprise, isn't it? Rampage Jackson, Reem, I think is friends also with these guys. Brendan, it's no surprise they're all friends, isn't it? Like they're actual friends. Like, you know, it's no surprise. And you don't want to look into Rampage Jackson. I know Rampage Jackson is funny, but you don't want to look into his past, into his history, especially with the women out there. It's very dicey. So it's no surprise they're all kind of friendly and bros and shit. Because, yeah. Number one, you know, them letting Alistair Overeem talk about his daughter like that on their platform, if you were a stand-up guy, you wouldn't allow that anyway. You'd be like, you wouldn't allow that. You would cut that out, but you wouldn't. You either cut it out or you tell him to like, no, we'll not do that on here. If you're really a beast of a dad and that's what you promoted, that's what you're about. You were fucking on fucking dad TikTok and you actually loved being a dad. You wouldn't let another dad come on your platform and disparage their kid like that. Even if you agreed, even if you had the same point of view as Alistair Overeem, you would never let him do that on a public platform. The fact that you do, obviously. And then Brendan, a guy that just stopped cheating yesterday. Brendan, a guy, which is... Two things I hate the most. Number one, I hate the guy in a friendship group who cheats in front of you, knowing full well that you know his girlfriend, and then wants to get you involved in a lie, makes you complicit. I think that's super unfair and very bad mind, very bad vibes. I say almost evil, that sort of stuff. I hate that. Cool. Secondly, I hate the person who was cheating with you knowingly, and then they have a crisis of confidence, or maybe they get caught, and then suddenly they become the fucking good husband police. They start judging you and looking down on you. Bruh, we were just doing dirt yesterday. Yesterday, we were just doing dirt. Now, all of a sudden, you're trying to, like, get on your high horse. Fuck off. This type of topic, if you're him, you just say, look, I extend the thoughts and prayers to them. Honestly, I don't like to see them. I don't like to see dads talk about their kids like this, but, you know, I don't really have much to say. And you kind of, like, leave it. But you don't try and, like, be the morality police. Try and act like you have principles and morals. Because he's only and again, it's good he's a present dad. I'm happy Brendan's a present dad because the kids are the ones that win. Brendan's kids are the ones that are going to win in the end because finally their dad's paying attention to them. Because before, all he cared about was the podcast and stand-up and touring and shit. It's a good thing that his stand-up career failed and he had to quit because he doesn't want to perform to half-empty clubs because he's not really in it for the love of comedy. The kids are going to win. The kids win because now the wife doesn't have to raise the kids by themselves. They don't have to be raised primarily by a nanny. The kids are going to win. So those kids are going to be fine, in a way. But you just decided to be a good parent yesterday. Don't you dare now tell me how or judge me on how I'm parenting. You were the same guy yesterday.
Where is the Zinga Thick Nation merch at?
Oh, no way. That's never happening. Big up High Def 10. That is never happening. I am never making merch that says Zinga Thick Nation. It's never happening. It's never happening, High Def. Never happening. I hate the Zinga Nation shit. It's so dumb. But you guys, you won't let it go. You won't let it go, man. He won't let me go. He won't let me go. Oh, big up Luana. Luana, I think her name is Luana. Big up Luana, man. Wherever you are, hold your head up. Oh, God.
They're wired that way. It's not an easy fucking gig, man. Nobody wants that gig. It's a tough road. You know how much further would it went if this Alistair Overeem were the best of all time, this badass? Like, yeah, it is what it is, man. I support her. You don't need to paint your nails and do all this crazy shit, you know? See some of these dads doing.
Now he's going after Dwayne Wade. Yo, Brendan just started being a good dad yesterday, and now he's going after all dads. Now he's a dad police. Brendan's a dad police now. Alistair Overeem, bad dad. Dwayne Wade, bad dad. You were only a good dad. And also, bear in mind, I also feel like he's dissing Brian Callen. There's going to come a part where I feel like he's dissing Brian Callen.
You know how Ben Affleck feels right now. He's probably making fucking Argo or fucking Good Will Hunting, and then the kid won't take the mask off, demanding more mask mandates. You can't be mad, dude. You weren't around. That's how it goes. You weren't around. That kid needs guidance. You weren't there to provide guidance. Now this kid's doing some wild shit because they see it on the internet. Well, how'd they get the internet?
Big up Coiler. Low-key hates Callen. I believe too. And is it hate? Like, I would describe Brendan's hate for Callen like, I think he kind of has resentment for Callen and his upbringing. Him being like, because Brendan's dad's rich, but Callen's dad's rich. Do you know what I mean? Like, that guy set up like Citibank in the Middle East and shit, got the operations running. He's chairman of the board of some big financial banking organization that's worth billions and shit. Like, Callen's dad is like on another level to Brendan's dad. Even though Brendan's dad's rich, Callen's dad's wealthy. So I think Brendan has some contempt for Brian and that upbringing, because that kind of upbringing that Callen has affords you to live like Callen. Callen's basically, given his credits, I know he's got credits, but he's a career failure. Everything he's done, L. But he's been able to maintain that level of lifestyle and be in Hollywood still because of that. That's what happens when you have wealthy parents. You have the ability to maybe take more chances and catch more L's and still live in amongst that LA life, Hollywood life, podcaster, content creator, and it doesn't really harm you. So I wonder if Brendan resents that. And also, Callen still has a stand-up career. He doesn't maybe sell as much tickets as he would like. Maybe he's not doing theaters, but Callen still has a decent stand-up career. So given everything that's happened, that happens. And Callen has 2 families and probably still cheats. So he's been able to get away with it, you know, kind of. He's been able to get divorced, get a new wife, have new kids, still go on tour, still have a podcast, you know? So I wonder if that is part of it. He kind of resents Callen for that because he had to like grow up. He was maybe forced to like, you know, after the final, because people suggest that when he gave that girl the note on live stream, unfortunately, in the background, people are suggesting that maybe that he bought his wife's mum that house, his mother-in-law, as a way to kind of make up for what he did. So maybe that was a final straw. Maybe the wife was like, hey, you have to quit stand-up or I'm divorcing you. And LA divorce laws are wild. She would have taken 50%, if not more. So he kind of was forced to be like, okay, cool, fuck it. I'm gonna stop fucking baddies. So, but then you look at Callan, who's probably still fucking baddies, and you're like, ugh. So maybe there's some there, because when it'll come up a bit here, it's a bit spooky what he says.
Who bought him the tablet? How to have access to it? And now you're upset? That's on you. But how much further would have gone for Alistair, who wasn't around when that kid was a baby, trying to figure the world out, clearly having some confusion.
Clearly, you see, he said the right things at the beginning. Now he says, if your kid turns out to be trans, they're confused. Spend too much time on social media. They didn't play with enough action figures. They didn't play with enough Hot Wheels. They weren't playing Call of Duty enough. That's why they ended up that way. Yo.
Clearly looking for guidance. You're out doing your thing. There's clearly a separation if he's talking about him this way. How much further would have went? The gap's like this between you and your son right now. Your gap's like fucking like this because you were out doing your thing. How much further would have been if you would have just accepted some of it? Yeah, I don't understand it, man, but I support him if that's what he wants to do. I just don't understand it. I don't. I'm old school. I'm from Amsterdam.
Why does he keep saying Amsterdam's... By the way, in case you're wondering, Amsterdam is quite liberal, kinda, but not really, to be honest. There are a lot of like anti-LGBTQ marches and stuff. There's a lot of violence against people from the LGBT community happens there, which is weird. Even though it's a place where people go for hedonistic joys and indulgences, it's also got a side to it that's also very rough and very non-progressive. Let's just say that. So I know that because of my raving history and stuff and watching documentaries and going there and knowing people that have been there and stuff. But I don't think Brendan does. I think he's just throwing that out just to say. I don't think so. But maybe he does. Who knows?
One of the best fighters to ever do it. I just can't understand it. But that's what he wants to do. I support him, you know.
That would be the best way to go. If
that's the way to handle it, even if you feel otherwise. Because what you're doing now is ostracizing. You're creating.
So basically lie that you accept the kid. Just lie. But if you don't feel like you expect them, just insult them when you get home.
More of a gap between you and your child. And you were.
That's the thing now. Big up case of Moses. You know, Amsterdam residents are actually trying to get the red light district closed down and moved away, because unfortunately the red light district, if you've ever been there, it's in a pretty residential area. There's a lot of like houses around, so a lot of the local residents don't like that, and they have loads of beef with the people that run the red light district. So they're proposing a plan now to have the red light district relocated to another area. But obviously the other areas in Amsterdam also don't want the red light district. But the red light district brings in a lot of money for Amsterdam in general and just the nightlife scene. Amsterdam is a very interesting place. Very interesting place. Very interesting place. Because it's very liberal and open in some regards, but it's not, you know? Like all the weed stuff is there, but you can't really smoke in the streets. You're not allowed to smoke in the streets. Oh, it's illegal there. They kind of don't like tourism, even though tourism is a big driver for their economy there. It's a very interesting place over there. Very interesting. But one of the best things about it is that everyone speaks amazing English. So if you do come over there from parts of the UK or United States where people don't usually speak other languages, a good European destination to go to is definitely Amsterdam, because everybody speaks like perfect English.
Around as a father, you take no accountability and going, I was doing my thing. Motherfucker. Again, and I like Alistair Overeem. I don't condone this.
Yeah, that's the one, Game Bread. Yeah, that proposal. Yeah, I've seen a couple of videos on it as well. I forgot the channel, and I read the article about it. The new building they're proposing looks pretty cool though, if they do it. But I can't imagine other residents in other areas will be happy with it. Like a fucking, you know, a coliseum to fucking gooning. I don't think they'd like that, but it looks fucking fabulous.
This behavior, that's not good.
The way he's handling it, you mean?
Fuck no, dude.
Yeah. So
no.
There's a tough balance though, right? Like, so when you say doing his thing, he's going out making money for the family. So it's a tough balance, right?
Look at Brendan snitching. And what Chin's saying is right. Because that's what Brendan used to do. Brendan used to justify, and remember, if you know T5K history, you'll know this. Brendan used to say and kind of justify his touring schedule because he's making money. But when his touring started to trickle down, when the demand for him started to slow down, he changed his tune. Then he would start to gaslight people and go on pause, like he went on Burt Kreischer's and basically was flexing that he doesn't tour as much because he has to want to be with his kids, and I don't know how you guys do it. Basically kind of sneak dissing Burr, Brian Callen, all these people for still touring and still being on the road despite having families. He's only not touring now because people don't want to watch him. If he can still sell tickets, if he can still sell tickets, he'll still be out there.
You have to find out time to be with your kids and also make money for, like, he's the breadwinner of the family.
Of course.
So that's a tough, like, how do you handle that balance, man?
It's tough. But I think when he says doing my thing could mean he's living in the United States doing his thing, probably out. He's not with the mother.
That I don't know.
Yeah, I do. So
see that snitching? So he's snitching on Alistair Overeem. Honestly, there's no honor. There's no honor amongst cheaters, man. There's no honor amongst cheaters. They probably spit roasted the girl together. And here he is saying, I know what doing your thing means.
His thing, probably out. He's not with the mother.
That I don't know.
Yeah, I do. So he's out with, not with the mom, doing his thing while she's back home trying to navigate, like, man, we need to fuck some male energy in this fucking household. He's not around.
That's projection, by the way. That's projection. That's probably what his wife told him. You see, he's only been present the last 2 years because his comedy career has come to a screeching halt. So much he had to not quit. That's why he's saying all these things, because these are probably the things that have been said to him. Hey, we need some male influence. Could you come back home, please? Remember, by the way, this is the same Brendan who, when his wife had a miscarriage, unfortunately, he was on tour and didn't go back home to support her. She was posting all these sad pictures of herself at the clinic or wherever she was. And he was on tour in a hot tub with all his boys, having a good time. Didn't give a fuck. He almost seemed like he was inconvenienced by the whole thing. Come on, man. And now he suddenly plays with his kid baseball for a year, and now he's proclaiming how good it is to be a parent and preaching about parenthood and fatherhood. It's like, come on, bro.
It's a tough balance. Whether you're a professional athlete, comic, something has to give. Something has to give.
I love how he's talking like this, as if he didn't do this himself. He's now suggesting that every successful comedian, every successful person in entertainment is a bad dad. Because they have to be, they have to really go full steam ahead with their career. They can't be present. Honestly, this guy, man.
Yeah. Well.
But here's the thing, too. He's been fighting since he was young, dude. Yeah. So it's tough because...
Exactly 7:30. Exactly 7:30. Whether the kids are trans or not, they should have a male role model at home. Exactly. But he's saying it like being a man, having a male role model prevents them from being trans. It's such a backwards way of like understanding what what being a parent is. It's like, what about just loving and supporting your kids? What about just being there? What about taking some of the slack? What about taking some of the work off from your wife? What about giving your nannies a break? What about that? Forget their sexual orientation. What about just being there and watching them grow into fucking people and humans and young adults and stuff? Like why not just be there? All this preventative parenting. So it's technically like he's only at the house. It's almost like he's only at home to stop his kid going from gay. It's like he's only at home to stop his kid going gay pride. That's it. That's his role. His role is to make sure his kid doesn't go to gay pride. Fucking hell, bro.
Heavy lies the crown. You want to be the best striker in the world. He got there. At what cost? At what cost? And was it worth it?
So everyone that's successful. Everybody that's successful that has a kid is a terrible parent. Cool.
Because in order to be a successful athlete of any endeavor, professional, to be a successful comic, you have to be a bit of a narcissist. People are like, no, I'm not. Bit of a narcissist and very selfish.
Isn't he talking about himself? That was exactly how he is, or how he was. Come on, bro.
Just what it takes to get to the top. It's just what it takes. I don't care who you are. That's what it takes to be an elite person. You got to be a bit of a narcissist and believe the world revolves around you. You have a team around.
Is he talking about himself? He's literally talking about himself.
That they depend on you. They eat around you. They tell you what decisions to help make. It's a very...
Don't get me wrong. He pretends he has a team. He larps like he's got like a whole team managing him and working on his career. He larps like that. It's just probably him and Lex and somebody and Chin. But, you know, come on. You're talking about yourself.
Narcissist job. It is, man. And it's gonna cost you some things, like a relationship with your kids, your wife, your girlfriend. It's tough. And any of that high low, look at Navy SEALs. The ultimate badasses. You ever seen the divorce rate of Navy SEALs?
I mean, divorce rates, period, are fucking bad.
Look at Navy SEAL divorce rates.
I love how he says that. Don't get me wrong. Navy SEAL divorce rates are high, but he has to look closer to home.
Through the fucking roof. It takes to be that elite, man. It's tough to give yourself to anything else.
Oh, snap. 90%.
What were we saying about divorce rates?
Over 90%.
You think I brought this up because it was fucking close?
No, because divorce rate's already like 51%, right? For regular, just
here's the problem with
people.
Those. Those are skewed. So you gotta be careful with that. So a lot of the young.
This sounds like a guy that was researching divorce rates while they were potentially gonna be divorced themselves. They were being threatened with divorce. Because you know when you hear of gangsters, like gangsters, street guys, hood dudes, talk about prison, they always have impeccable understanding and knowledge of the court system. Right? They always have impeccable knowledge of the court system. They know how policing works. They know about they're very in tune because they're a career criminal. They're in and out of the courts. They're in and out of prison. Him having this factoid on deck and knowing all this shit about how the stats of divorce rates and this is something that you learn when you're maybe researching divorce because you're worried your wife might divorce you and how much she might take. So you're doing your research. I've never heard Brendan break down something like this, but you have to analyze it. Oi.
Young listeners or the young people say, well, I don't believe in marriage.
Hey, yo, big up Andrew.
Bobber stealing content from his therapist.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, you also spell therapist. Therapist, exactly. I thought I misheard it. He spelled it therapist. Exactly. I heard it both ways, B. For sure. This is definitely marriage counseling. Content. He's taking topics from his marriage counselor. Come on, man.
The divorce rate's over 53% or 56%. Cool. Do you know a lot of those divorce rates count? There's a lot of people that get married several times. They're counted into that statistics. There's a ton of people that get married. Clearly, they're the problem. They get married, divorce, married, divorce, married, divorce. A lot of those numbers, you got to be careful of those numbers.
Yo, isn't that shot at Brian Callen? Obviously, they're the problem. They get married, divorce, married, divorce. That's Brian Callen. And you know what's funny about that? If you know your T-Fat-K law, Brendan said on the podcast, when Brian got his divorce finalized, I'm not too sure if Brian left his wife or if his wife divorced him. Because I know technically she left him, but I don't know if they got to a point where they're like, you know what, this isn't working, let's just get divorced, and she initiated it. I'm not sure. But when he did get granted his divorce, and I might have to do a special Patreon episode on that actually, the whole divorce saga. But when he got granted his divorce, I remember the episode after it got done, or maybe the episode after maybe the news leaks on TMZ, Brendan said to Brian on the podcast, he made it seem or intimated, oh, you're much better now. You seem so much happier. You're so much funnier on stage now. That's what he said to Brian on the pod. He almost made it seem like Brian's ex-wife was holding him back from being a great stand-up comedian or from flourishing in Hollywood. That's what he said. I remember it precisely. And Brian was sheepishly like, yeah, I know. I'm much like... And then the funny thing is, Brian's right away got remarried. Maybe within a year, I think. He was in another relationship. And then he got married, and now he's got 2 kids, which is wild, to be fair. Brian actually acts like a NIGGA, if you think about it. Brian's got a lot of NIGGA tendencies. Leaves his first wife to pursue his own selfish desires while he's 50 years old or something. Then quickly gets into another relationship with a woman far younger than him, and then impregnates her super fast and has 2 kids under 5 years old, and he's 60. That is some NIGGA energy. Big up Callan.
Rates count. There's a lot of people that get married several times. They're counted into that statistics. There's a ton of people that get married. Clearly, they're the problem. They get married, divorce, married, divorce, married, divorce. A lot of those numbers, you got to be careful of those numbers. It's easy to hang your head on if you're single and you don't have a girlfriend.
Hang your head on it. Hang your hat, you mean? Hold on. He said hang your head.
Numbers, you got to be careful of those numbers. It's easy to hang your head on if you're single and you don't
have a... It's easy to hang your head on it. It's easy to hang your head on it.
A lot of those numbers, you got to be careful of those numbers. It's easy to hang your head on if you're single and you don't have a girlfriend.
Hang your head on. It's easy to hang your head on.
I'm not getting married. Half the people just get divorced anyway. Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
But no,
you gotta be careful with statistics.
This is
real.
Over 90%.
Over 9%
is crazy.
You know what's funny about that? If I'm not mistaken, the divorce rate for comedians is probably the same. Or around the same. Most stand-up comedians, if you're successful especially, you're on tour a lot. Or you're performing at night. Or you're performing on the weekends. Any guy in the stream chat, if you've got a girlfriend or a wife, what's the one thing your girlfriend and wife hates? You not being available on the weekends. You not being available some evenings. You not being available or around all the time. So it's no surprise that comedians who tour and not around have some marital issues. So I like how he's talking from a point of, supremacy and pointing his nose up at them. It's like, bro, your industry that you're in, the divorce rate is incredibly high too. Your co-host got divorced in part because of his career and maybe because he wasn't paying attention to his ex-wife and family. Who knows? So it's wild that he's judging, Navy SEALs and judging MMA fighters, especially the ones who are trying to go championship. It's like, bruh, if you had the skills and the talent to be a champion, you also would have abandoned your family. If you were as funny as some of the funniest comedians, you also would be still on tour now. Let's not lie. Come on, man.
That's
again to be a Navy SEAL. Well, and thank God for Navy SEAls.
Yeah.
But someone has to pay the cost.
Anyway, I'll leave it there, my friends. I'll leave it there. Papa's redacted. Papa's judgy. Papa is now a beast of a dad and he's judging everybody. It's a shame. It's a blood clot shame. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in to a random show. It's been absolutely amazing. If it's your first time tuning into the show, please make sure you smash the like button down below. Leave comments after the video is done. That'd be greatly appreciated. There's currently a video premiering on my channel right now for Taz. So if you want to watch episode number 799 of Taz, the video is premiering right now of the podcast. But you can listen to the full podcast later on if you want to via audio. So please make sure you tune into that one. It's on there. Make sure you do so. Part 2 is happening later. So when I come back, I'm going to go gym and I'm going to eat. And then probably around 9, 10 o'clock. Let's do 11. Let's do 11. We're going to do 11 UK time. 11 UK time, part 2, and we'll do the whole Fire and the Kid watch along, and then we'll also do it. Maybe do a Kill Tony as well. We might do a new Kill Tony. I think Kill Tony with like what's his name? With Shane Gillis and the other guy. It's like a Trump v Biden debate thing, I think. So that should be good. So we'll see that. Okay, cool. Big up the stream chat. Big up everybody. Appreciate you. Make sure you like the stream. Don't be lame. Like the blood clot stream. Like the blood clot stream. Help me out. Help me out. Like the fucking stream. And I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys later. Okay? Peace.